Turner Yell makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30. This is the dynamic Hill. He's in for six. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown. What a block.
Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it.
We don't fear none that exists. We don't fear none that exists. It's our time now, this is it. It's our time now, this is it. We keep coming here at the end.
What a play. That pass is intercepted. Wow.
Good job by the Dolphins defense.
We'll take it all the way.
He can fly.
They sack him again.
It's our time now, this is it.
Touchdown, Miami. All these explosive players.
An incredible game.
Take them up. We don't fear none that exists. The time has come, this is it.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
I couldn't have scripted a more perfect game for this team for game one. What better example of how we do things here and how you win games as a team than today, okay? Everybody gets a game ball for this one. This is the exact game that good football teams win, okay? These are the separating factors. It's frustrating as all hell. And when you're not living up to your own standard, it can crumble lesser people. So I commend everybody for this grown-ass man win, and understand we have another interesting thing ahead of us. An opportunity, right?
We had each other back. Man. Everybody started making plays. Everybody started feeding off each other's energy. Man, that's who we are. That's who we are. That's what we've been building for. We know what we got to do. Love y'all boys, man. Fins on 2. 1, 2.
Let's go. Miami Dolphins with the victory today. I mean, perfect point there at the end. Perfect point there at the end by Jalen Ramsey about how the team started making plays, started feeding off each other's energy. That's exactly what happened in this 20-17 victory that the Dolphins trailed the whole time and looked out of sorts on offense, prevailing in the end, winning at home. now going to be able to face the Buffalo Bills, who were in a dogfight today against the Cardinals. On a short week at home in Miami. I've got a couple of homies in the back, color commentary, who was at the game, Ali the Persian, who was at the game, Shake Money, who was ringside by me all day. Let's go, boys. Let's get into it. What's happening? Tell us at the game. We haven't heard from you yet, Color. We heard a little bit from you, Ali. Break it down, boys. Go ahead.
Well, the shade was nice.
Did you want to go first, Color, since you haven't got to go?
I got a lot to say about other things besides the game. All in all, I think it was a very good sound win. I feel a lot of what McDaniel's saying there. You know what I mean? And it just feels like, look, not everything's always going to be perfect. Not everything's going to go the way you want it to go. And we just started our first game of the season. We haven't played real football. And how many days did you say last night, Ali?
We haven't played football in a regular season or a playoff, we'll say, 237 days ago.
Yep. The Jags are a tough opponent. They're I've said from the beginning that, unless you think we're going 2-15, we're going to have to face all good teams this year. So that's squashed. We can get wins against good teams that have been beating our ass all day and whatever. But I just look, how much of it do you chalk up to? Do you just say, hey, the first 3 quarters of that game, I'd like to believe, are the last 3 quarters of our preseason. And that what we saw in the fourth quarter was what we truly are all about. What we saw on defense today is what we truly are all about. And, I'd like to believe that the fourth quarter today was the first quarter of our season. That's how I'd like to believe things going forward, because otherwise we could talk about, and we will this week, we'll talk about holes in our game, but we got the win. Let's celebrate it. Great win, tough team. Playoff team, perennial contender lately. Great coach they have on that side of the ball. They've played in these conditions up in Jacksonville. Ain't much different at summer in Jacksonville than summer in South Florida.
Listen, I would say to your point, to add to it a little bit, Color. It's not like Jacksonville ever packed it in that game. They fought hard. The Dolphins just fought harder, and it was something. It was something to say come the end of the game because of how slow it was in the beginning and how they came out differently in the second half and put together a really great fourth quarter to win this football game. I'm not gonna
sugarcoat it. What I have to say,
real quick, Ali, just to conclude, real quick, man, I'm hard pressed. I know Javon. Look, Javon just number one standout today. We don't win that game without Javon Holland today.
That is not that Javon is how the tables got turned. Was Javon Holland?
So credit to him for making a statement as to why we can project him to be worth whatever money he's asking for. Okay, fine. But I'd still give the game ball to Jalen Ramsey. He is the leader of our team right now.
All right. Well, I agree. Jalen Ramsey is definitely the leader of our team. Is one of the leaders. All right. But let me address a few things first, Color. First of all, let's not sugarcoat it. We got our teeth kicked in today. We got punched in the mouth. Tua said it himself. We got smacked right in the face, right? And they had to wake up and go to work. Granted, I know people want to hand out game balls to Javon Holland, but I disagree. I don't think Javon Holland really was the MVP of this game. Yeah, he punched the ball out of someone's hand and Kader Kuhu jumped on it in the end zone. Great. But the reality of it for me is that the real shift of this entire game was when Tyreek finally made that big run, catch, and took it to the house. That's what changed everything. That changed the entire, not just the team, the entire stadium, the atmosphere. Everything was when before that catch, you could hear dimes and pennies falling to the ground, right? You could hear a baby in row, section 302 sleeping if one was sleeping. That's how quiet it was, right?
Well, hold on now a second. You're telling me it didn't turn on the play before that?
Let me finish. So what I'm saying is that when Tyreek caught that ball and took it to the house, the entire stadium erupted to the point that it didn't matter if it was first, second, third, fourth down. When the defense was on the field, everybody was screaming their heads off, bro. All right. Even on offense, people were screaming their heads off. Right. My seat was shaking on my side of the stadium, bro.
Yeah.
It was
started to shake a little, yeah.
All right.
Real quick though, Ollie, quickly, I just gotta
that at that level yet. Yeah,
right, I gotta add something to what you're saying.
Hold on. I
understand, but I just wanted to be clear that the pin drop on offense. Shout out to the fans because our stadium was packed with Aqua and Orange Day. There was very, very, very few Jags fans. I might have counted 10 in a row.
But what you said about giving him the game ball or whatever, I agree with Mike McDaniel. The team got a game ball because it took Javon Holland to punch the ball out. It took Kader Kahu to jump on it in the end zone. It took Calais Campbell to have a sack that, right off the get-go and 2 tackles for loss after that. Or Jalen Ramsey, who shout out to Ocho or whatever his name is. I'm sorry. I can't think of his name right this moment. Jalen Ramsey on one play where the running back it was going to the sweeping to the right and then cut it back to go to the other side field that looked like he was going to get past. Jalen Ramsey ran from one side of the field to the other and tracked him down like the Terminator did, right? It took everybody, right? That's why
Jason Sanders coming back and hitting a 52 after hitting a 42 after missing a 42.
Thank you, El Cap. Go ahead, keep cooking. But
listen, this is a team win. I would say this though, right? And here's something I said back. I don't know if I said it backstage or I said on the phone to Color earlier. The Jaguars driving at will on that drive, and here goes ETN with a straight shot into the end zone, and quite frankly, Holland didn't have the angle. Came up, knew he wasn't going to make the tackle and stop the momentum, and punches the ball out. Dolphins.
I wonder who taught him that, Cap. I wonder who taught him that.
I don't know. I guess there was
the guy that kicks rocks. That's who.
Maybe, but punches the ball out, right? And Dolphins recover in the end zone, and Miami's offense juiced up, ready to make some noise, strikes with an 80-yard touchdown, and the adrenaline dump, along with the stadium turn up that you're talking about, because I could hear it on my end. I said it from then on out. The Dolphins fans are still loud. It's crazy how loud they are right now. The Jaguars, they didn't seem disheveled, but you could tell they didn't look the same the remainder of the game.
They knew that we as fans were not going to let them score again.
They felt the momentum shift, and that's what a lot of this game's about. And that was the problem all game with the Dolphins on offense. They couldn't find any momentum. They couldn't find any rhythm. They couldn't find any juice. And that Javon Holland fumble, they were never out. But that game right there, that game was about to be all but on ice. You know what I'm saying?
That saved the game. I would say, not really saved us, but it slowed the momentum for Jaguars down a little bit. Enough.
It didn't just slow it. It forced ours up. It forced ours up.
Yeah. And listen,
go ahead, Shake.
I just want to say that play right there was the gas to spark the flame that pass that Tyreek Hill caught. That's,
the thing about gas and gunpowder, right?
Wasn't that the turnaround play? That was the turn. That was right on the turnaround of that turnover.
Shake, you know the thing about gas and gunpowder, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're both cheap. They're both cheap.
But getting back to what I was saying
yeah.
to Ali, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was trying to more enhance what you were saying about the level of crowd noise.
Yeah.
We were up to that, like, you're right, until we got the real big stop, because we had stopped them on 4th down earlier. I think that play you're talking about with Ramsey was the 4th and 2 play.
Yeah, yes, it was. I want to say he got tackled like 2 or 3 yards away from the first down marker.
Right,
So
right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was the first play of the fourth quarter, right? That play.
I think
No,
so.
it was earlier. I think it was earlier in the game.
It was like 4th and 3. The guy went one way and then had to cut back and come the other way.
Yeah, well,
And
we got a big 4th down
terminated
stop like
after it.
earlier in the game. There was a big 4th down stop.
Yeah,
But either case,
that's the one. I'm pretty sure that's the one.
defense. The crowd on defense, we were loud when we're supposed to be and all that, but it still seemed a little subdued until that big Javon Holland strip, and then it was like, yeah, we were turning it up on every defensive play after that. But when you're talking about you hearing the pin drop when we were on offense for the Tyreek touchdown, that is, dude, I am serious. I looked over to the visitor section where you normally see the other color of the other team, and I might have counted 10 or 15 Jags fans in the entire stadium.
Yeah, not welcome.
Now, we had some empty seats. We had some empty seats, but they were few and far between. The stadium was generally packed. And Ollie, you're still on the 340 side, right?
Yeah, 342.
Right. Your whole side, because I'm over on 332 now, so you can see me right from the diagonal.
Yeah,
right?
You're on the end zone. You got
we're
the
both
Madden.
basically in the same corner, pretty much.
Yeah,
and your whole side, dude. I don't think there was an empty seat, bro. That whole side of the stadium was completely packed, like
there was
old
so many
school,
people.
like 90s
Bro,
style.
it wasn't funny on my side. On my side, there was a lot of people. It was crazy.
Look, again, I could hear them through the TV. It was loud. They were exceptionally loud. Fans showed up. Again, even listen, there was a time there because Roach was here for pregame and during the game and stayed for a little bit of postgame. Thanks for Roach coming by and being a good sport. And there was a point I was like, man, I don't even want to bring the boys up right now, right? Like I was bringing them up in vacation. I said, I don't even know if I want to bring them up. Right? Like I was like, damn, dude, this team is struggling. And I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't get their act together. We're going to lose this game. It ain't going to be a whipping because they're making plays because we have playmakers. But we had zero rhythm. We had zero timing.
Yeah.
We weren't
completely
in sync.
flat, bro.
It was flat. We were not the offense I expected to see. That's the thing. We didn't see this Dolphins offense that, yeah, there's some misses, there's some drops, there's some bad throws here and there that kill a drive or the defense gets us. That wasn't the case. It was consistently inconsistent.
Now,
as far as a flow.
Cap, I agree with everything you said, and I felt the same way, even though I was in the same environment they were. But I'd still have to say, you know what, kind of looking back on it, you'd almost, if you were there in the climate today, you would have understood, bro. I'm not trying to excuse them. I'm just saying it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that, I mean, dude, it was disgusting. It was disgusting hot and wet today, bro. It was really
I don't
bad,
give a fuck all that shit, Color. I don't give a goddamn, boys.
I know
I
you
mean
don't.
to take the Lord's
I'm just
name
saying,
in
it
vain.
was disgusting.
Don't fucking tell
bro.
me how cold it is, how wet it is, how hot it is.
I'm
I
not.
don't
Look,
give a
you're
mother.
misunderstanding me. You're
No, Color. I don't want to
misunderstanding me.
hear any understanding. No
You're
weather.
misunderstanding me.
No,
because
Color.
No, because the Jags were just as flat as we are. They just happened to get a score before we did.
Fuck the Jags.
Look,
it was like, dude, it was like everybody in the stadium, players included. It was like walking through fucking soup, dude.
You know what?
It was like walking through
You know
gel.
who I blame? You know what? Now hearing that, Color, you know who I blame? I blame myself. I blame myself. I do. I'm gonna tell you why. I had all intention to go to week 1 this year, and I couldn't because of work and other stuff. And the energy came flat, and that's on me, dog. That's on me. I
Damn,
wasn't there
yeah.
to bring the juice.
Well, if
and
you
I'll
want to
take
take
that.
it on yourself, that's fine. But it was like walking through gel today, bro. It was like
I
gel.
don't.
I wanna-
fuck
Literally
gel.
gel.
I want to just clarify something, okay? I know I said that that we got our teeth kicked in, right? But we picked ourselves back up. And there's this saying that, and I've heard this many times, that good teams, they find a way to win, right? Today, we found a way to win. When I during the third quarter, dude, I didn't think it was possible. I really didn't think it was possible. Everything that was going wrong, and freaking Jason Sanders missing a field goal and stuff. I thought it was. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna go into the fourth quarter and it's gonna be the end of it, right? So, but we stuck it through, and they found a way to win, right?
And in the long run, as bad as it looked on defense, Ali, we only gave up 17 points.
Yes.
I don't think it looked
And
that bad on defense,
even
honestly.
though we were playing like shit, somehow Tua.
Yeah, you had the long
Tua,
ball. We gave up
330 yards on his ass, dog.
Right, but we gave up the big play. We gave up the big play. It just we were getting rolled, but yet we still only gave up 17 points. Our defense. What have I always preached? All our defense needs to do is put our offense in a position to win. And
I'll tell you this:
when we threw that touchdown to Tyreek, that was the first time all day that the offense had paid the defense and rewarded them for their fucking getting off the field.
Matthew Stafford just threw an interception in the red zone. 15 seconds.
I need the
before
line
halftime against Detroit. Anyhow, look, I just want to say this. Hold on, let me get on this real quick because.
Sure.
All right. The Dolphins. Okay. Let me formulate how I wanted to get this out real quick. To me, that was one of the more exciting 17 to 20 games I've ever seen. Okay. It had drama of all sorts in it. In years past, right? Dolphins win games like this because some playmakers make plays, right? There was playmakers that made plays. We seen, Jalen Ramsey with that nice fourth down stop. We seen Tyreek Hill with the big 80-yard play, right? That accounted for more than half of the yards he had today because he caught the ball 7 times and got 130 yards.
Well, yeah, he had the other big play that we ended up not capitalizing on.
So there was some Devon, but here's the thing, right? Other people threw their hat. Other playmakers who we expect to make plays, but they most certainly made plays. Devon Achane, the guy is a fucking stud. I think we all knew that, and it's been confirmed. The secret is out.
Once again, I was wearing the right number jersey, bro, because number 28.
I'm telling you right
guy
now,
on the field today again.
Devon Achane, the secret is out. The NFL is going to be on notice, and sooner rather than later, the entirety of the NFL and everything's going to talk. They're going to go, Devon Achane, one of the next dynamic athletes. Crazy enough, 3 years ago, the year before the Dolphins got Devon Achane, I want to say he transferred. I can't remember. I just remember wanting to draft a running back the year before we drafted Achane, and Brandon the bookie goes, nah, next year's fucking running back draft is loaded. And he goes, watch out for this dude, Devon Achane. He's like, he is a fucking monster, bro. If he could put a little bit of weight on, he is great. And here it is. We got this guy. I remember he's turned me on to a couple of guys. He said the same shit about Jalen Wright too before we got him. He's called like 2 running backs lately. I sent him the link. Hopefully he'll come by. Anyhow, we saw plays made by huge play. Javon Holland again. Plays. Calais Campbell making plays. Jalen Phillip making plays. David Long Jr. was fucking everywhere.
And let's not. You know what? I'm changing my game ball. You know who really should get the game ball for this game, if not a team game ball, like Ali said, and like McDaniel said. If I'm gonna give it to one person, it's Emmanuel fucking Ogbah, dude.
Dude, Emmanuel Ogbah, bro.
Man. Hey,
Sack way to come back to Miami, bro, and just
show up.
Absolutely show up, bro.
Show up.
Absolutely.
I said twice in the stream. Thank you, Shaq Barrett, for leaving.
And he said twice in the stream, thank you for leaving, Shaq Barrett. And I had to again say Shaq who at the end. So there was 3 or 4 times Emmanuel Ogbah showed up in the stat sheet tonight with pressures, sacks, and great stuff like that. Again,
how do you not put all the hate aside, all the distractions, coming back when you got tossed? And just,
dude, remember how Dolphins fans were treating Ogbah?
Man.
I remember the shit they were saying about Ogbah before we cut him. Some of these Dolphin fans capping out here in these streets. I was like, look, I think Ogbah's good. I think the scheme didn't work, and it is what it is. Apparently, we've gone back towards the scheme that Chris Greer had always envisioned here. He wanted that Brian Flores style of hybrid defense. He just didn't want. He needed an offensive mind that Brian Flores couldn't provide. And now we have the offensive-minded coach with hopefully this type of hybrids. I think a little bit more Weaver's a little bit more dynamic with the front end of the D line versus to where Brian Flores was a little bit more on the DB side, dynamic in that aspect. But I'll take either way, because I'll tell you what, this team that we've seen out there on defense today. But again, let me land on my point. My point is that we saw guys falter. Durham Smythe dropped 3 passes. How crazy is that? Crazy is that, right? We watched Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith makes some bad plays out there, right?
One of his 3 passes, though, I mean, I'm not making excuses. I really am not.
I am.
Well, hold on. But there was some missed calls by the referees, and one of those 3 passes was blatant pass interference. I'm sorry.
That may be
for a piggyback ride on his back.
That's true. I seen that.
Him to catch the ball, and it hits him, and it obviously he doesn't catch it, and they don't throw the flag. The guy.
I get you. Listen, we can semantics, right? Semantics, right? So you win some, you lose some. I get you. Probably you're right.
I do agree. The other 2 were unexcusable, and Jonas Smith didn't help either because he dropped passes too.
That's what I was getting at. Jonnu Smith had some fault. Raheem Mostert, all but non-existent today, right? But the Dolphins finally on offense and defense fielding a real football team where, hey, passing game ain't at 100%. We had what, 7 drops in the first half? It was crazy. Braxton Berrios can't catch a ball to save his fucking life.
Yeah, Braxton Berrios might as well not even have a guy on the field. Why don't we
dead serious? I don't want to see Braxton Berrios in offense any fucking more. I'm fucking over it, bro. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it.
LCAP.
What?
Bro, you got to hit the breaking news. I got breaking news.
All right. Okay. Hold up. Let me hit it.
Good evening. This is Ali King reporting TFTG Network. El Cap has admitted that Braxton Berrios is worthless and should never even be allowed on the field again during offense. Let alone, he's also acknowledging that Ali was correct the entire time during the offseason, that Berrios has no room in this offense whatsoever. Thank you to all. You can continue.
That's Cap.
Who told you he was worthless? Who told you?
That's Cap.
Me.
That's Cap.
The other bit of breaking news:
Berrios does not belong on this team club.
Listen,
I told
you. Ali, total president. I never said that. Oh, I can't wait to see Berrios cook. Listen, hold on. I got you, dog.
No. During the game, something special happened, right? McDaniel even started realizing that Berrios isn't worth anything because guess what he did? He put Tyreek Hill to
punt return. Yep.
And guess what? He got more yards than Berrios did on a punt return.
I noticed that too, Ali. I made a note of it. I made a note of it on my Motorola Stylus 5.
Look, first of all, wasn't like I was pounding the table. Can't wait to see what Berrios does, right? Just figured, wow, with Malik being out and Ikuzama, not, that whole fucking saga. We're adding Chosen Anderson later to the squad. DeBose, that guy was out there the whole fucking game. I don't think he got one target. Craig Kraft, who was the guy all along that we had hope for. You know what I'm saying? Taj Washington, never even got to see him. This revolving movement door of wide receivers only places Berrios to be a guy that obviously they're going to need to make plays. Look no further than how often they tried to get the fucking guy the ball. We got to do something. I don't want to see him out there anymore. I'm done with him. It's a sad thing because I feel like there was something he had, but I don't know what it is. He can't catch the fucking football, bro. He can't catch the ball.
The only reason that he had any leg to stand on is because he's a former Hurricane. Let's be real.
Right, but Ali, okay,
I ain't got fuck all to do it. I mean, it does. It does in a sense.
Right? The president bring every Hurricane home club.
Right. Ali,
I mean, listen, if he did that, we'd have a fucking good ass team. Let's call it what it is.
I've only won the national championship.
Okay, I've only said this about
watch your fucking P's and Q this year, dog. Watch out this motherfucking year, dog.
I've only said this about one other Hurricane. Okay,
I got you.
And that Hurricane is Philip Dorsett. And I'm wondering if Braxton Berrios was Philip Dorsett's roommate at the U.
I wonder. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Braxton Berrios, you know what? I'm going to watch my mouth.
I know. Let's talk about a better Hurricane.
I about started saying some shit that I was going to regret. I was going to start talking on the man's personal business. Braxton Berrios is fucking pissing me off. If I watch this motherfucker drop another goddamn football, I'm gonna put hands on him, color. I'm gonna put fucking hands on him, color. I watch Braxton Berrios drop a football again. He getting his hands on him.
Well, let's talk about a better Hurricane, by the way. Other breaking news tonight. TFTG can now confirm with evidence that Jalen Phillips is, in fact, not on a pitch count and is 110%.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Color is on a victory lap.
But just to end my point, and I'll take my foot off your neck, El Cap.
First of all, don't cap. Now you definitely capping, dog. Ain't nobody got their foot on my neck, God damn it. Ain't nobody got shit on me.
December,
ain't nobody got shit.
Come December, you'll see.
Come December, what? What's going to happen in December? What's happening in December? What's happening in December? What's happening in December? What's happening in December?
Is that the only reason Berrios is still on this team is because Craycraft got injured, and you and OBJ is on the IR as well. If you had OBJ here, Craycraft, and Malik Washington, he would not be on this roster. You can take that to the bank.
So can Berrios take the money we gave him to the bank?
No, because there's no guaranteed money. You could have cut him and walked away. He doesn't get anything.
He made money today.
Well, yeah, he made money for being in the game. Yeah, definitely. He got a participation pay. Probably, I don't know how much it would be.
I would have rather paid Shake and that money and seen his ass sitting down there at the 20-yard line, fair catching punts, dude.
So, good question in chat from some guy. I don't know who that is, but it's actually a really good question. Who had a better performance today, Trevor or Tua?
Statistically, Tua. I mean,
well, I would say this,
ridiculous.
Right? I would say this, right? Tua showed grit, bro. He hung in there. Listen, at other points with this team, Tua threw for over 300 yards. Great performance. Trevor Lawrence looked great too. I would say it in a binary, non-contextual look, you could say both quarterbacks played extremely well. Trevor Lawrence's touchdown to the back of the end zone of Brian Thomas Jr., that was
gorgeous, dude.
It was an amazing pass done by him. But he also played
even all
very
the Dolphins
well.
fans around me in the stands were complimenting it, dude. It was gorgeous,
I'm not just talking about that. His movement in the pocket looked good. You know, he's coming back from that injury he was dealing with the throwing on a shoulder. All that, he looked great. The thing I seen Tua do that edges him out in a contextual stance, because you could say, again, binarily, Tua has a better stats and he won the game. He did better.
Mm-hmm.
If you looked at how both quarterbacks played and didn't, know the pulse and the tones of both of these quarterbacks and teams, and just as like a casual watching, you could say they both played extremely well equally in a look. Tua played better because I saw a guy be a leader, be an actual general to his team. I saw a team never waver in their belief on him or each other. And to me, that spoke more. Whereas the Jaguars, I don't feel like they didn't believe in Trevor Lawrence, but I saw that they started to believe that they were going to lose this game, while the Dolphins always believed they were going to win it.
Right.
They
were finding a way to
defining
lose it
moment.
while we were finding a way
No,
to win it.
they weren't finding a way to lose it. So let me make it different. They weren't finding a way to lose it as much as in a psychological sense. And for those of you that play football, have played football, been on the grass, coach football, have kids, seeing it down in a go to a real high school game, right? And get right down on the fucking grass and watch that whole game from the sides. It is a different vibe than any way else. It's different in the stadium, but I'm just saying, like, the Jaguars, you could feel the tone of them starting to feel like, oh shit, we might lose this game. Where I, as a Dolphins fan, when they were driving, the Jaguars were saying to themselves, shit, we going to win this game. I thought, I'm going to lose this game. The Dolphins, at no point did they say they were going to lose this game. They were always saying they're going to win this game, and it showed up through leadership and belief. And Tua, obviously, has an incremental part in that, being a general of that. So easily put in the stat sheet, better, on the naked eye to uneducated, better, and in a growth sense that I'm looking at a football team, better. So Tua 3 for 3 on better than Trevor Lawrence in that performance.
Okay, I'm just gonna make it very easy. Yes, he definitely was way better than Trevor Lawrence. In fact, I'll tell you, Tua had more passing yards than any other quarterback in the NFL regular season thus far. More than Mahomes, more than Lamar Jackson, more than Jordan Love, more than Jalen Hurts, more than Josh Allen, more than everybody that has played the games thus far. Tua has more passing yards. All right. So all I'm saying is that overall, statistically and effectively and efficiency, Tua had a much better game. Hands down. That's all you had to say.
It's a good game. Damn good game. Dude, emotionally draining, right? I don't know if it's just because it's week 1 and we've been so fucking tensed up waiting for football, and I'm so much more preoccupied with other stuff in my life this year than I have been in the last couple years since doing the program, right? So this year I've got a lot. I'm juggling a lot. So during this game and yesterday and getting ready, like, I was so freaking like juiced up. I didn't realize it had been all like building, right? So after this game, I was exhausted. I was fucking whipped. I'm still kind of wore out from that game. That was just a lot. And I hope this Dolphins team are energized from it and not worn out, because we got the Bills coming on a short week. Again, Bills were in an absolute fucking dogfight today. So no time like a short week to have them travel from freaking
Hey, the Bills are coming in on a short week, and their fans are coming in on a short bus.
They have no
that ain't no lie. That ain't no lie. Hey, I have exclusive footage of them coming off the short bus actually.
Really? Oh
yeah,
man, that would be great if you can get that footage.
I already got it. It's right here.
Oh yeah, look, there it is.
Look at that trash. Look at the yellow bus in the background. Damn.
I think that's Mount Buffalo. Go back.
So too.
Is that
Go
Mount
back.
Buffalo? That's Mount Buffalo. Look, I can tell because of the shit burning in the background.
Damn. But yeah, that ain't no lie. I have a question about the Buffalo game. Is it true that Arizona actually returned the kickoff for a touchdown? The new
Yes,
kickoff?
that happened.
Correct.
DJ ex Hurricane DJ Dallas brought it back.
Damn. There you go.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. Told you, color's onto something. If you add a bunch of Hurricanes onto your football team, you're going to be in good shape.
And here's Nostradamus himself.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Hold up. I do want Crypto to go on his soliloquy again to announce to the world that not only did he predict the score exactly correct, but the circumstances of the game and everything. We're trying to pull up the receipts for it. Shake's looking on it. We don't know if it was on the Take show or if it was on one of my shows, but we're going to get it together. Got a little feedback on your end, Crypto, but go ahead. Everybody go on mute so he can do his thing.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
You're a little poppy, but you sound better.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, you're a little poppy, a little scratchy. I can hear myself coming back in an echo.
Hang on, let me switch to the loudspeaker and see if it'll work better.
All right.
Let me see if that'll be better. Let me try that loudspeaker.
So yes,
Can you hear me
Van
now?
Ginkel with a pick 6 today. Yeah, you sound really good now. Andrew Van Ginkel with a pick 6 today. Doesn't surprise anybody. Loved Andrew Van
one.
Ginkel.
So back-to-back years. Pick for Winkle. Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel doing what he's always done, making fucking plays. It still hurts to see him not in a Dolphins jersey. I'm not gonna lie.
Real quick on the Van Ginkel talk, real quick. When I got to the tailgate and I was setting up camp, the one guy that makes all those special glasses with like the players and stuff on them, he came up to me. Is like, "Hey, bro, you guys usually get glasses for me. Here's some free ones," and he gave me a free Van Ginkel one that says Hugh Wang on it. It says Hugh Wang on it.
That's awesome. We
And
literally.
the next thing I know, later in the day, he goes and gets a pick 6, and I'm like, "Man, I miss you, bro.
I miss you, bro.
Right.
No lie.
This was the Commanders game last year. He did it in.
Yep.
Back-to-back seasons.
Mm-hmm. Hit the like button, everybody in chat. I see we
Blower
got
got him
King
playing well.
James, JR Black, X Factor, Kevin in the hood. What's good? Jess, Scorpion Stings, Shelby, TD83, Jermaine, B McD, G, everybody up in here. Tresner, hit the like button, everybody. Get the likes up. Saxman J.
We got the troll congregation you just listed there.
Oh yeah, we got the full crib. We got the full house in here. We're gonna be breaking fire code by the end of the night. I don't give a damn. Dolphins in there. I don't know about you guys, but when it's all said and done, I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Actually, I'm gonna sleep just like this tonight. That's how I'm gonna be sleeping tonight. I'm gonna be excited, exhausted, long night. I'm gonna sleep so comfortably because bro.
Is that lunch for the dog?
El Cap in his younger age, bro. He was a
Yep.
dog. surrounded by a bunch of chicks,
That's right.
bro.
Hey, ladies always knew me as a dog. You know what I'm saying? Always know
Pretty
me as a
soon
dog.
those chicks gonna be on the menu as soon as that dog wakes up.
I can confirm girls do like bad boys. I can confirm. That's the fact. It's the truth.
That is not a good picture.
Not a good picture. What you mean?
No, I'm talking about when that dog wakes up, it's gonna be it for those chicks.
No, that's a sweet little puppy dog and those sweet little chicks. They're friends and
Take a
family,
bite
bro.
of them. All they need is some. All the dog needs some barbecue sauce and some hot sauce.
You need to stop it. That's a sweet little puppy dog. That's a sweet little puppy dog with his little friends, his little chicky
maybe
friends.
some ranch dressing and some blue cheese. Yeah.
No, man, those are duckies, dude. They're little duckies. Those aren't chicken. Those aren't chickens. Them duckies. Little fucking ducks, man.
I think Crypto was talking about for the dog.
Oh, Crypto, you guys fucking stop. Oh, look.
Actually,
True Talk says he's a very bad boy. True Talk says he's a very bad. You know what? So he knows what I'm talking about. And girls love that. Girls love that. Ain't that right, Jess? Sorry to call you out, Jess, like that. Anyhow, listen.
Damn.
You know what?
That's in the crowd.
Let's talk about another thing that is a huge, huge narrative that they're going to talk about the Dolphins win, but national news going to be talking about Tyreek Hill getting hemmed the fuck up. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it is.
Yeah, Tyreek made a statement.
Listen, this cop kicked him while he was handcuffed. Booted him. I have video of it too. I'm getting ready to pull it up.
A lot of things is going unnoticed about Tyreek's statement. He said, if I wasn't Tyreek, it could have been a different outcome. We could be looking at a freaking Tamir Rice type outcome or a freaking Massey type outcome. He entered something into that nature. That's what he said.
Supposedly he was speeding around the stadium, but there was a guy on CBS Sports. I can't think of the commentator's name. He made the comment that because he's from this area and he goes to Miami games and stuff, he says that it's very hard to speed around the stadium with all the cones and the one-way, block traffic and everything. You can't just speed through like it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Well, you do know the place is crawling.
But they do have a Formula One in the area, so it's possible.
I understand, but I'm talking about like when you're driving up to the stadium, right? It is very hard with the traffic, the people walking across the street getting to the stadium. You can't just speed through it. Like it's not like you're on the the turnpike or whatever going 95 miles an hour. You can't do that around the stadium. So
without wrecking your car, yeah.
It's very questionable on how they even got him for speeding in the first place. That's all I'm saying. I'm actually thinking that there's more to this story, and that's why Tyreek said that he didn't want to comment on everything yet, and he was trying to think of what to do about it and stuff, because I think there's a lot more to this, and I'm very happy that they're investigating it, as well as what Tyreek's lawyer had to say as well. I'm 100% behind it. So those are my thoughts.
He's going to tell us on the Shannon Sharp Club Shay in about a week or so. Let us know
his own podcast. Think about that.
Yeah, what you talking about, dude? He's capitalizing, dude.
Yeah. But you know what else? Breaking news on there.
So real quick, I'm gonna pull up the video. You can't really tell, but on the other, like as soon as the video starts, Calais Campbell's on the other side, handcuffed as well, and it's gonna play in a loop, but you can see the cop. Tyreek Hill is handcuffed. There's a cop that's got him by his side, and I think he's telling him to sit down, and the other cop standing next to him straight donkey kicks him right in his glutes to sit down. Now I've don't want to say hassled, right? But I have had a bad experience week one by security personnel and police officers at that stadium. I'm talking extremely aggressive in a way where I thought I was going to have to fucking get into a fight with a cop. No joke. Extremely high intense. I was there with 12, at least a dozen people. I bought 10 tickets myself, spent a bunch of money. The security dude screamed in my face, yelling at me because he's like, go, 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 go. And he had like some of my stuff. I said, hey, what about my shit? Screamed in my face. Cop comes over, hand on the gun. What the fuck's going on here? Like a whole fucking thing, right? Really not cool. And pissed me off. Ruined my whole fucking day, actually. Whole thing. I spent thousands of dollars to get treated like that. That shit was bullshit. But so I know, the cops around there ain't fucking nice cops. They ain't happy to be there. I don't know what the hell the deal is. But I'm going to show this.
They're making overtime.
Well, real quick, can we just correct something real quick? If it was Miami-Dade police that had him in custody?
Yes.
Okay. The stadium and a good radius around that stadium is actually under the jurisdiction of Miami Gardens police. This would have been close to the stadium, but not like that close.
No, they bring in. Listen,
like,
that's
Miami would have been still in Miami-Dade jurisdiction.
They bring in the Miami-Dade police for extra security for game day, bro.
Yes, that's why
they bring in everybody for.
Okay. So that right, and that looks like that Miami-Dade police being the county police based on the colors of their.
Yeah, I think it's the county police. But here's the thing, Color. This is at the entrance that the players pull into to come to the stadium. So this is actually pretty much stadium property.
Okay. Yeah, it looks more like Miami-Dade County Sheriffs. I don't know if there's different than
It's
the
not
Dade
the
County
sheriff's though,
Police,
because you can
but-
see on the motorcycle, it's not the sheriff's department. It's
Oh,
it's
all
Miami-Dade
green like
Police.
that?
It's Miami PD, Miami-Dade PD. So,
Alright.
they've got a lot of police departments around there, as you know. They got a county police. They got a fucking every town has their police, and they got a sheriff's and stadies. So look, you could see that cop that was holding his hand on the bike. Let's go and walks up and boots him right there. Boom, straight kicks him. It's
what?
as plain as day. You see it?
I mean, I'm not asking rhetorically. I'm saying, like, what could be a legitimate reason for that?
So no, none. First of all, you're not.
You had to
can't
have been able
strike-
to identify him already. I mean, it's
Well,
Tyreek
that's
Hill.
Again, there are a couple things here. First thing is, you can't strike somebody as a police officer that is detained.
Unless
You know
he's
what I'm saying?
waving contraband at you. I mean, if the guy's
Well,
got
no,
like,
not even like okay, if the guy was
no, I mean,
trying
if
to
he's like,
elude,
you know,
if he was okay, so say he started fucking
like
running
wielding a
with
knife or
handcuffs.
something, you know what I mean?
He can't wield a
Yeah, but
knife.
if
His
he's
hands are fucking
detained.
handcuffed behind
That's
his
what I'm
back.
asking. I can't see like clearly. Like that's what I'm asking. What would be the reason for kicking somebody in handcuffs? That why is he even in handcuffs? That's what I can't
So
understand.
That's
it does
a good
okay.
question, Color. That's a great
That-
question. Go ahead.
That's where it went wrong, right? They pulled him out, had a whole deal. There's other video. I'll show some more of it here momentarily. But the real big deal is here he is in handcuffs. I'm guessing they're telling him to sit down on the concrete. He's probably like, yo, man, what the fuck? Or something. And the cop straight boots him. Calais Campbell's on the other side of this car. You can't see him. They've got him down on the ground too. Like he pulls up, his mom's there, pulls up, they're all pulling in together, and they fucking hem him up. Like, what an embarrassing thing, right? To have happened to you. Even just a regular citizen, if this is coming out, let's take out the fact that this is a pro athlete superstar.
Right.
Okay, let's take that out. Anybody that's got this, you're going to the Dolphins game to watch the Dolphins. You're pulled over by a fucking swath of motorcycle cops that are hassling you, making a big deal, and one boots the shit out of you like this. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I would be irate right now. I'd be like, these motherfuckers. Like, there's a certain point in a man where you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to jail anyhow. So I might as well really go to jail. So, and that's just some bullshit. The cops are supposed to de-escalate, not escalate. It's fucking nuts.
So can I give you some more information? Actually,
Bro, everybody don't have the same outcomes.
It has to do with these
Keep that in mind.
officers or whatever. But on the turnpike, these officers were on the turnpike pulling people over as well, right? And there was one point we had to stop. There was two cars that looked like either they had a fender bender or they were broken down on the side. The cop comes flying in the gravel area next to the road, flying, right, the officer, and then he jumps off his bike, starts yelling at both people, jumps in the car of the one person, pulls it all the way across to the other side, yelling and screaming at people while there's oncoming traffic and everything. I don't know
Why the agitated state of enforcement? Are they making? Are they making it?
That's where I'm at.
This goes deeper than, and it goes along the same lines as what we're seeing right here. But to what you're talking about, Ali, do they have something against people coming down from Duval County?
I have no idea, bro. It is.
I mean, what's with the agitated sense of enforcement at a fucking football game?
And the other thing that was weird is generally when I'm on the turnpike, I see state troopers, right? I don't see county police or
right. I drive down. I hear
No.
And the fact that they were on the road on the turnpike in force, it was just like, what the hell's going on?
Not even their jurisdiction.
Hold on. Here's a better question all the fucking way around, right? Because I've had my own personal experience. I see this to Tyreek Hill. You see what you see on there. We've all had this type of bullshit at stadiums one time or another. The real question is, what in the bloody hell? What in the bloody fucking hell is up with the police forces And the color the phrase in which you said agitated enforcement. What's their fucking problem?
Right.
With dealing with a fucking event. These are people coming to have a good time. They're people coming to have a good time and spend a ton of fucking money for a massive event that isn't a fucking surprise. It's been planned for months. The schedule's out. You fucking know what is going on. Why are the police force attacking citizens in this manner? Right? Why? And I've seen this type of bullshit before. I'm going to let y'all know a fucking story right now. God damn it. I might have told this story. I've gone to concerts.
Like soccer hooligans. God damn. It wasn't like we were crawling into the stadium like that.
Smells like stop and frisk, and nobody shouldn't be
I'll tell you
calling
what.
for stop and frisk. That's the consequence of it. That's just a different level of it.
Hey, listen, I'm not opposed to stop and frisk in certain municipalities. I don't like it in
I'm
broad
opposed to
sense.
it in every municipality.
I got you, but I don't want to get down that fucking
That's
rabbit
a freaking
hole.
snowball.
Hold on,
because people going out, people standing outside selling loosies end up dead.
Right, you got to realize.
I'm against it all in all.
You got to realize in South Florida, it's worse than you're talking about. The law enforcement in South Florida still thinks they're different than people.
Yes, there's a superiority problem going on.
They are living
in
it ain't about
when you have that. They're emboldened because of that policy.
They're not. Here's a problem that I'm seeing in South Florida in particular.
That is a more dangerous situation for people of color than white people. Absolutely.
There's a real fucking problem with this type of law enforcement. Okay, they are out here enforcers rather than citizens upholding law. And they're out here. It's a problem. It's a problem right now. And here's
like Tyreek said, if he wasn't Tyreek Hill, it could have been a totally different outcome.
I believe that.
I'm dead serious. Well, I mean, listen, Tyreek Hill, Matt. Okay, here, Calais Campbell comes running up to do something. One of these guys freak out because of how giant Calais Campbell. He sounds like a fucking bear that can talk. I mean, shit could have went in a wrong direction. These people, these guys, a situation, right? Of problem that was not because of a traffic stop and Tyreek Hill lost his cool because the cops made a fucking problem out of a traffic stop. That's the problem, right? This is a fucking traffic stop, and you've turned it into a court of appeals fucking street justice where you all are out here fucking acting like some backwood
we got him. We got
some fucking posse out here, like we're on fucking horseback, like you got to go out on the range. And what the fuck? Y'all need to you need to calm down. I'm gonna give you a for instance, right? 2003, Coral Sky Amphitheater, West Palm Beach, Ozfest. I'm there with my dad, my uncles, and some friends, and this was the most. It was 2001. Excuse me, 2001 Oddfest. I'm a freshman in high school. This was the Ozfest of all Ozfests. If you ever watch, remember when VH1 used to show all their Ozfest stuff? They talk about that was the one that Papa Roach was drunk at and had to cut his set short and had to drag him off stage. That was the one Marilyn Manson whipped his wang out at and supposedly hit the security guard. That was the one. That the night afterwards, the lead singer of Drowning Pool died from a drug overdose.
Oh, damn.
I mean, dude, just an entirety of things that happened at this concert. Meanwhile, right, I'm at this fucking sickest concert of all time. We're watching Slipknot, right? It was Drowning Pool, Mudvayne, then Slipknot came on, and it was fucking dope. No, wait. Slipknot went first. Anyhow, doesn't matter. We're out here. All these people are ripping up pieces of sod and flinging them everywhere. It's madness. It's gone crazy, right? And there's mosh pits over here, but then there's like this big area where because it had rained, had turned into mud. People were just one-on-one fucking yoking people, right? It was just like, me versus you, fucking. It was full barbaric times out there. And I was out there fucking wrestling around with everybody too. I was wrestling. I had football. I was slinging bitches up. I had a great time. The cops come in 20 deep for no reason, right? No one's doing anyone in the dirt. It's no different than a mosh pit. In fact, it's a little bit more organized. They come rolling in and start like this, and this one guy's like, man, fuck out of here with this bullshit. And they grab this dude, sling him up, fucking throw him to the ground, and they're all on top of him, face down in the mud. There's no way he can breathe. The only part of his face is sticking up out of the mud like this. And they got these fucking canisters of pepper spray, look like a fucking fire extinguisher, and they're just fucking just flooding him in his face with it, right? Meanwhile, my dad was like on the outskirts, like watching, because I was only 14 then. So watching me, making sure that, some shit don't pop off. He sees this. He's like, oh, what the fuck? He comes up and goes, and stomps mud in the cops' faces. He ends up getting tackled by the police. I end up tackling the police that tackle him. Roll around, couple of scrums, couple of other people get involved because the cops just came in here looking for trouble. That's what they did. Look for trouble, found some. I look over, next thing you know, I'm zip-tied, laying next to my dad. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He's like, I told you to fucking leave. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. Whatever. We get escorted off, and security comes over and takes us. And the guy in security, he reaches over and he goes, I seen you, Sean. He was our neighbor's son. So he cut us loose and we got out. We got out, dog. We got out, went back to partying and had a great time. But my point of that is to correlation this is that those cops came there looking for trouble. Those cops pulling Tyreek Hill over today came looking for trouble. Those cops on the interstate that Ali was talking about, they're not servicing the fucking public with this type of attitude. Your job description isn't to go out here and fucking crack heads and be a law enforcer. Okay. That's not what we need. If there was a random fucking block party that grew into the hundreds of people that gets out of control, fine. Now we might have to bring people in and fucking do some law enforcement because shit's gotten out of control. This is a damn football game. That was a concert. You know what's happening. You know what's coming down. You're not servicing anybody as cops acting like this, and y'all need to fucking stop. I land.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Tyreek said so much while he said so much about what could have happened given his status. But
of course, Crypto. Of course. It's bad enough that they they separate themselves from the general public, with this air of superiority. How that affects the minority communities is double. Because what's the old saying, Crypto? When white folk have the sniffles,
the black folks have a flu.
Yeah, I mean,
have a what?
The flu.
Yeah, like it's sniffles compared to flu. But the point is, nobody should be getting sick from the cops, man.
No, it's bullshit. The job description of police officers
supposed to be serve and protect. I don't even know if they write that on the squad cars anymore.
Well,
I need to check that. Is it serve and protect on any squad cars?
Even if the guy was going, even if the guy was going 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, which is a jailable on the spot offense, you could be taken to jail for reckless driving on the spot. If that's the case,
then he would have been in jail.
Take the guy to jail. There ain't no reason that a dude should be sitting in handcuffs while they figure out whatever so that things can happen where all of a sudden somebody feels the need to throw a knee in the guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I just don't understand it. I don't understand why they have to think of themselves as this, like everybody to them, they're like the last line of defense and everybody they look at is a threat. That's got to stop. Period.
So I got to address Jose in chat real quick because, aren't I happy that I'm white and that's how I got out of that situation, essentially is what he's talking about. Being white had nothing to get me out of that situation. We fucking knew the security guy there. That's what got us out, bro. It got nothing to do with it. Again, I've been absolutely fucking hassled.
Oh, there wasn't actual police officers from the city. It wasn't like stranger officers.
No.
That's what you're saying? Or this is a
At
neighborhood
that
security guy?
concert. No, at that concert, the cops, police officers, like Palm Beach County sheriffs
Yeah,
or
that
whoever
would have been
was there,
PBSO, yeah.
PBSO, they were on the concert working extra security, and they broke up the mosh pit. They started the fight. We got into a literal rolling match with them out there. We got zip tied. A bunch of people got zip tied. I would say, all in all, probably 12 to 15 people went to jail out of that thing, and they just went there looking to crack skulls, pepper spray people, and try to get the crowd under control a little bit. Albeit, I'll tell you what, that fucking place was a powder keg. If the problem is, it was a powder keg for the concert. It was a full metal rock fest, right? But it was contained. The cops agitating it as such, if it could have really popped off, and it could have really popped off in a wrong way. I'm telling you, everybody was mad. It was so fucking hot. It was crazy. Dude, I was tripping on mushrooms. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I had a bunch of mushrooms. I was going fucking wild. Everybody was going fucking wild.
Well,
but the cops,
I think Jose was saying he was thinking it was a escalation that if you wasn't who you are, you could have ended up dead if you wasn't who you are. I think that's what he said.
It was an indoor concert thing. They didn't have guns, right? They had nightsticks.
Right, that's what I was saying. Was it an actual cop? Was it an actual police?
Yes, those were police officers that zip tied us and kicked us quite a few fucking times. Zip tied. Yeah, I got booted quite a bit. Zip tied. So
they just used zip tied. They had no tasers or nothing. What the hell? They was off duty.
It's 2001. They didn't have tasers like that, bro.
How long this was ago?
It's 2001. They didn't have tasers like pepper spray was still new. Pepper spray was in a fucking canister back then, bro. It wasn't a. It was like bear mace, dog. Like
okay,
that
so it
shit
wasn't
fucking
taser.
hurt.
Okay, I was gonna say, damn, you had no. Well, I was a police officer, even off duty, doesn't have a taser.
That was still back when they would, remember Dave Chappelle? That was back when they would just be like, sprinkle some Coke on them, get out of here.
Yeah, bro. They came in cracking skulls, dude. They had no problem kicking us a couple times in front of the crowd while they were zip tied. They had no problem booting us. I was sore as fuck not from the mosh pit, but from the cop beating. Yes, I got my piece of the action too. So did my dad, but dad got more of it, honestly, because he fucking, kind of started the crowd fight back on the cops coming in here and yoking people, right?
That's some brass knuckles. They carry that still, I think, as a part of it.
Again, it was an enclosed outdoor concert event. There was like 65,000 people there. Okay, this was a massive. They had three stages set up. They had to take up the whole thing of the parking lot. There's a field that they had to retrofit for parking across the street from this bitch. It was fucking nuts. It was
the
huge.
other thing is, I'd like to put a little bit of I'd like to put a little bit of the onus on the Miami Dolphins too. If you're going to outsource your security like that, and you're going to put signs up all over your building that say, if you don't obey law enforcement, you will be banned from the stadium and your season tickets could be revoked. When you got signs like that up all over the stadium, what are the law enforcement supposed to think about?
Yeah, they're emboldened. They're emboldened now. Yes, they already got a little bit of some bullshit complex, and it's painfully apparent.
TSA agents that hold your flight over your head.
It's painfully apparent that.
Well, you definitely
they don't want to be there.
You get held up by them. You get on that next plane.
Here's the question, right?
When the
Hold on a second.
Manager at Sky Harbor is threatening you with them because you complained about your cheeseburger, what are you supposed to do then? Shut up and take your wrong cheeseburger.
Shut up, Ack. Listen.
No, I want like 400 shares of stock for any bad burger you serve me.
Again, real quick, right?
That's my repayment.
the police force, by and large, in and around the stadium, and in my personal experience, in and around big events like football games like this, are fucking pissed. They're irritable. They're. It's like they're fucking sitting there bored and pissed off. I wonder this, right? And here's what I really fucking wonder, and I think I'm really getting on it. Okay. These guys are looking to make an arrest so they can get the fuck out of there and be at a desk with paperwork rather than here policing an event. working for the fucking overtime like they're supposed to. I guarantee fucking you that is probably the tilting crux of it, right? That they don't want to be there. They're gonna look for a reason to fucking put someone in handcuffs in the back of their car so they can get the fuck out of there and not have to work that event and still got paid to be there. And this is bullshit, bro. This is bullshit.
Where were they when a whole crowd of people stormed the building to watch a soccer match? Where were they? Where was their little army with all their APCs and assault weapons and all the other stuff that they seem to need to keep peace in the public, right? Where was all that shit when the people stormed the stadium for a soccer match?
Jumping over women and children
Well,
and
yeah, they
fucking
just went right
people.
past them and went to their seat color. That's what they did.
You know what I'm saying? And
They
I'll
went
tell you
straight to
what,
the seat.
Color makes a fucking great point because
They wasn't going to stop them. They have an international war in their hand with the Colombian army.
They've got army equipment. What do they use that for? I'll tell you what they use it for. They go out and have maneuvers in the summer every year.
They do that war training, war games.
Multi-jurisdictional war games. Whatever they
have war games.
Shit.
Listen, and they get a fucking hefty. They get a hefty little nookie to the bonus section for their budget. That the big wigs that control the money,
I witnessed
the
them
directors and bullshit, the fucking lieutenants. They get
them.
all that fucking money. That's what they got all that bullshit
I witnessed them all meet up. 5 different sheriff's departments at a gas station in Fredericktown, Missouri. Okay, I witnessed them all meet up afterwards in the evening to stock all their coolers full of beer for the rest of the night.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I ain't opposed to them stocking some beers.
Well, our tax money pays for all that equipment.
Nah.
And this is in a county. This is in a county with 200,000 people. The entire county has 200,000 people.
Listen,
and they
no
seem
bullshit.
to need all this equipment.
Listen, no cap, no bullshit. I want my cops to have that type of training and have that type of fucking ability and that shit. What I don't fucking want, plain and simple, from a police force is you motherfuckers just hassling the citizens for no reason. Even the reasons, right? Like, dude, not everything is a fucking drug bust. Not everything is the fucking cartel. Not everything is the end all be all worst case scenario. More often than not, when you're in and around a fucking stadium that's hosting a massive event, you have the locals and visitors coming to town to enjoy and pump money into your fucking town. So fucking get your grip.
Maybe
Stop
that's
being a
what
bunch
they're
of
bitter
fucking
about.
dicks.
That's what I'm saying earlier.
And
We're
get over
pumping
your
money
fucking
into
self,
Miami
dude.
Gardens, not them.
I don't give a fuck. The whole fucking thing. You're there. Stop being a fucking douchebag, bro. Fuck. Get with it, dude. And if shit pops off,
look, they had 6 cops there.
listen,
They've got him in handcuffs.
yeah, bro. What the fuck?
And not one of those cops is competent enough to recognize Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you're not like, hey, you know what? I'm right by the stadium. There's the fucking player entrance. This guy's driving a $500,000 fucking car, and that might be an athlete. Nah, fuck that.
Agent in the passenger seat with him.
His mom was there.
To be 100% honest, Color, maybe Miami-Dade Police Department needs to have a reading efficiency test that all officers are required to take because, one, they should have been able to read that on his driver's license, let alone looking at the license plate and running his plates, but also on their sworn oath that they give.
Well, that's the thing, Ali. I can picture him.
Let me finish, please.
Right, go ahead.
Let me finish. Let alone on their oath, it says that they're there to serve and protect, not serve and harass, because that's exactly what they did to Tyreek Hill. They harassed him.
Right, and that's probably what went down, Ali.
Unbelievable.
Right, that's probably what went down. It's game day. He's in his normal jovial mood. You know how Tyreek is. And when they asked him for his ID, he's probably like, "Are you serious?" And that was enough to set the cop off right there. What do you mean? Am I? Of course I'm serious. Like, you don't know who I am, bro? Oh, I don't give a fuck who you are. I can already picture how it went down.
Well, I know exactly how it went down.
Around going, you know, we don't really know if he's Tyreek. He won't give us his driver's license and blah, 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 because he has no reason to. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what did you do? I was speeding. Okay, I was going to give you my license, but I was just trying to be, funny, I guess. You know, you can't, like, we're not, people aren't even human to them. They're not even human. They act like
that's you know what, color, you're on it right now. You're fucking on it. Here's the problem. Cops are going out there and interacting with the citizens as if they are a blank shell nothing. They're the only person in this scenario that is the not the victim, whatever, the suspect. You're the suspect immediately. They are treating them in a guilty manner immediately. And I'm not saying this happens all the time. Like, you know what, you're driving,
how
to
can we
work.
keep ourselves safe, Cap, if we don't treat people like that?
You're going 89 miles an hour. You get pulled over by a fucking local sheriffs of some town you're passing through. They fucking give you your ticket and you keep it pushing, right? He didn't treat you a certain way.
Safe if we can't intimidate the public, Cap.
That's the fucking deal. When it gets to these big high energy events, the cops need to be the calming factor, not turning up to the volume that's around. People are excited. It's buzzing. I get it. There's an energy. That don't mean you got to turn your fucking energy all the way up to fucking 1,000, bro.
Yo, you played football at the high school level, Cap. I don't want to speak for everybody else, but you know how amped you freaking are an hour before a freaking football game?
I do everything. I do everything to
no grace for that. Out. No consideration by these cops for that.
Bro, I'm in full zen before that. I don't even let nobody talk to me before football.
I still think that there's something else going on here, bro. And the reason I think that, and I'm not, and I really truly believe this, because if, let's say, he was going 89 miles an hour, like you just said, El Cap, in that area of the stadium, they wouldn't have let him go. They would have arrested his.
They would have taken him to jail, right?
He would have went to jail. He wouldn't have been able to play. That's
none of which required a knee to his back. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you. I'm going to be straight up with you, right? I've been pulled over for speeding, right? And
30 miles an hour over, they can take you to jail.
Yes, exactly. That's my point. And I really think that they have some other agenda, or especially like you said, there's like 5 or 6 of them for one person,
and none of them recognize him and what he's there to do.
Yeah.
There is a conspiracy
here right now. Like, by the way, hold on real quick. I'm speaking as Tyreek right now. Mr. Officer, okay, deputy, with all due respect, I would not be standing in front of you right now if I wasn't paid $30 million to be standing here right now. You are wasting
that's how
everybody's time and money with this shit.
I don't think he would say any of that
Write me the ticket and let me go earn my $1.7 million.
Tyreek said none of that shit. So here's the video right here, okay? It's going to show you homie John on X posted this. Looks like he got it from
I got you, real quick. Green Rat, it does matter who the fuck he is, because context applies in this situation. He's sitting out in front of the fucking stadium an hour before the fucking game.
Well, look, here it is right there. You can literally see Tyreek Hill's car and the stadium in the background in this picture. This is Dylan Vega 1 at Dylan Vega 1 on Instagram. So thank you to this person for getting
it's not video. As if he's out in Homestead and he's late and he's trying to get there and he's rolling 90 miles an hour out in Homestead.
Again,
context matters here.
Okay, I got you, color. Okay. Let's just hold up. Everybody fucking calm down. These cops are patrolling around the stadium on the incoming amount of people coming there. Out-of-towners, locals, people who are Floridians all over the state, and obviously some of the player athletes, right? They're treating everyone this way, and Tyreek Hill got a piece of it. I don't believe he was singled out for being anything other than a dude in a rich car, dude in a rich car that they're going to do this to. And I don't think Tyreek Hill acted in a way, but here's how they roll up on this guy. 5 motorcycle cops pulled him all over, all going around his car. He's got to be fucking like, what the fuck happened? Look, here it is. Here's
Right.
the video.
Do I look like somebody?
Knocking on his window, rolls the window down. He says, if you don't roll your window all the way down, I want you out of the car. Matter of fact, get out of the car is what he says to him.
Can you pause it for a second? Pause it for a second.
It's paused. It's paused.
Right there, bro. Hold on. Right there. Tyreek hasn't even said a single word, and they're asking him to get out of the fucking car.
Is his window cracked right there enough to communicate with the officer?
His window is cracked. His window is cracked enough for it.
No, that is all he needs. They need him to do.
Well, again,
unless they've got probable cause and they suspect him in the commission of a crime, that is all he needs to do.
Absolutely, and he's got his fucking agent with him too. So let's remember that. Mind you, right? I get it. Cop, okay, gives you a command in a traffic stop, interaction with a cop, do everything he fucking says. He says, roll down the window, or I'm going to tell you get out of the car. Matter of fact, get out of the car. That means Tyreek Hill didn't even have time to roll the window down to comply with the first command.
Right.
He's immediately demanding him get out of the car.
Where is the reasonable suspicion that a crime is being committed? Where is that?
Why does he need to get out of the car 6 cops deep outside the stadium with 1,000,001 motherfuckers driving around? It's an embarrassing scene. What are you doing?
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Did you hear what the second cop said? Did you hear what the second cop said? Listen again.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Said something, or I'm going to break that fucking window. This is how they rolled up on him. I'm going to break that fucking window. How fast could he have been breaking the law?
El Cap, look what's in his hand. Is that a baton in his hand?
Let me see.
Oh no, never mind. It's just the way. It's the shade of the car. Never mind.
Yeah, no,
does he have his nightstick in his hand already? That's what it looked like for a second.
No nightstick in his hand already.
Okay, it was the shade of the collar. That's all it was. Sorry.
Is there a reason the cops having a problem communicating with him through that crack in the window?
There is not. But here's bottom line: they rolled up. Dude, they rolled up deep and super fucking hostile. That is how they start their interaction, with absolute hostility. And that is unfucking cool, bro. That is not how you police a fucking event, dude. It's not how you police citizens in any facet. You don't roll up on some shit. Now, okay, if someone called in and said this guy's got a gun, yes, you can act this way. To some degree.
Or if he was waving something in front of his face through the window.
Again,
like, where's the reasonable suspicion that he's committing a crime?
It's crazy. I'm going to replay it one last time.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm going to get you out of the car.
Take your window down. And then he says, keep your window down or I'm going to take you out of the car. That's or take your window all the way down. I don't know. He's got a thick accent.
So he gives him one directive and then immediately changes it to, well, you know what? Get out of the car. Well, which is it, officer? Now you're confusing me. I'm not
only are you
you're
confusing me
now.
Listen, not only are you confusing me, but I'm nervous as fuck because you ain't just came up and knocked on the window and said license registration or even had some shit to say. You came up, a cop with a gun, and immediately start threatening me.
Why did you pull me over, officer?
Fucking thing. Again, even if Tyreek Hill, not fucking why you pulled me over or any of that. Maybe Tyreek Hill knows he fucked up.
Bro,
like, maybe
he has to
articulate
bro. Why he is detaining him, bro.
Again, the cops got to understand a punishment to how their energy has to be. At the very maximum, Tyreek Hill is speeding in a dangerous manner, recklessly. Okay, that's the maximum. Even that, they've got him pulled over unless he's waving a gun. And I just can't imagine that Tyreek Hill was doing like 100 in the fucking around the stadium, right? Like, or even going over 35 miles an hour around the stadium.
It's not even really possible. There's too much like traffic and
There's
all
too
that,
much shit.
man.
Yeah, again, or maybe they clocked him on the interstate going fucking 30 over the.
And if he was that close to the stadium, he's likely in the special parking area.
Again,
like, what are they even doing over there? But monitoring the gate.
Okay, so let's continue.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car.
Take your window down. Take your window down, or I'm going to get you out of the car. He took his window down, but he wanted it down more. But that's not what he said. Take your window down. Take your window down, or I'm going to get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Yeah,
the second
he gives him a
officer,
directive and then immediately changes it to something else.
then he tries to open the door. The door is locked. Okay? Tries to open the door.
What are you even trying to open my door for?
Bro, that whole ordeal of you
entering.
trying to open in my door is a severely hostile move to me, dude. It is, I mean, the whole thing, again, it puts you on guard in a tense way, looking to defend yourself. I don't care if it's a cop or not. You're being, it's fight or flight. It's innate to humans. You can't have this scenario happen to you of any sort, much less 5 guys with guns that are the police that have pretty much get a stamp of approval to go ahead and smack you around on this bitch and get away with it more often than not. And everybody knows that. So my point is, this whole fucking scenario, shitting yourself a little bit. Also, shock and awe. Like, we're taking all this time to break it down. This is all happening in fucking a flash of your eye because your adrenaline's up. All this is moving. This whole fucking thing is crazy.
Right.
Second cop comes up.
And then what happens later? What happens later is the exact reason he didn't want to get the fuck out of his car.
Exactly. Next cop comes up. He says,
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
I want to hear it again.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of
Give me it, or I'm gonna break that fucking window. I can't tell exactly what he's saying, but give me it. I'm gonna break that fucking window, is what he says. I mean, bro, what the fuck, dude? What? Like, they're treating this interaction with him, and again, I've prefaced this by saying the most it could be is, felony offense traffic violations with speed and recklessness. Okay, that's what we could say.
Do we know for a fact if he was speeding or not?
I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
We don't know if he was actually speeding or not, right?
The thing of it is, if it's that type of speeding.
The reason I'm bringing this up, Color, in the state of Florida, I've looked it up already. Reckless driving could be numerous different things. It doesn't have to be speeding.
Right.
It can be weaving through traffic. It can be racing, obviously. Passing in a no passing zone is considered reckless driving. Driving without regard of weather conditions. Yeah. Improper passing.
Real quick, Ali, if it's like a felony situation, like a felony reckless driving, they would be taking him to jail. And the thing about that is, then they do have probable cause. They wouldn't have even had to ask him to roll down the window. They could have busted it and ripped him out of the car.
And that's why I think I don't think they really had anything on him, bro.
Exactly.
Because and the worst thing, like, even I was looking at this list of things that could be. They could have pulled him over because he failed to yield for somebody.
And anything else, you can't get him for resisting when you have failed to articulate a reasonable suspicion.
Yeah,
because up to that point, none of them cops has articulated their reasonable suspicion of what crime he's committing.
The number one
is all that other stuff you're talking about, Ali. They wouldn't have needed to do that. They would have already had probable cause.
And listen. The first thing that those cops did wrong was aggressively come up to his window, tell him to get down, and then tell him to get out of the car. If every cop that has ever pulled me over, and I've done, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not, some good person either. I've done some stuff driving in my time when I was a teen, some stuff I wasn't proud of, but I'll say that Every cop that's pulled me over, they said, "You know what you did wrong?" That's what they ask me first, right? Not pull down your window, get out of the car. They don't start yelling at me and all this other stuff. They ask, "You know what you did?" And I can say, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." And then they'll tell me, right? And then tell me what to do. But in this case, there was none of that. It was pull down your window, get out of the car, get out of the car, break down your window. Like it was messed up. It was messed up. I have no idea what this person is doing.
I'm detaining you for a traffic violation. I need your driver's license. Can you roll the window down enough? If you're not comfortable with it, can you at least roll it down enough for me to communicate with you and hand me your driver's license?
None of that shit happened. And
Nothing.
look,
No de-escalation whatsoever.
I've been pulled over again. I was with my wife and a friend of ours. We were down, it was like a Thursday night. We were out late. We had a couple of drinks. Wasn't even like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We partied like that sometimes. It was just a regular night passing through this town, get pulled over by the police department there, and they roll up, get us out, fucking hem me and my boy up, slinging us to the ground and shit, checking us, fucking brought a female cop, strip search my old lady, pulled all the panels off our fucking car, and then told us to fuck off. And I swear to God, dude, straight up told us to fuck off. Be like, you got out here. Bro, and just in a real fucking bullshit ass manner, dude. Like,
I'm gonna address this real quick, Green Rat. I was actually pulled over for racing. Yes, I did some street racing. I got in trouble. I got pulled over for it. Got caught, right? And the first thing they came out to me is goes, "You know what we clocked you at?" And they asked me if I knew what I did wrong, and I said probably because I was racing. And they were like, "Yep, that's exactly what you did, right?" And I went through that whole situation. Never did they come up to my car, drag me out of my freaking car, handcuff me, and all that shit. And I know some people like to say, "Well, that's because you're white. Obviously, it's not going to happen to you." But people forget that when they see my name, I've been discriminated because of my nationality before. So I've gone through similar shit like that. My point is that I understand it depends on what he did, but so far I haven't seen anything that he supposedly did that would call for that.
Yeah, anything that rises to the level of what they wanted to do could have already been done with probable cause if they already had that on him.
Yeah.
By him. Okay, the only other way it would happen is if they, let's say they articulated a reasonable suspicion for something and he still resisted them. Okay, then it rises to, I'm going to break this window and drag you out. But it never even got that far, which means that if they were sure enough to be that aggressive walking up to the window, they should have already had probable cause and been ripping him out of the car without saying a word to him. So the fact that they didn't just go up and take him out without saying a word to him means they didn't have that level of suspicion on him when they pulled him over. It was for something else. Okay? But he failed to follow their instructions to the T. It looked like the window was cracked. I can't see for sure.
It was definitely cracked. I could see it clear as day.
So when they asked him to roll down the window, he rolled it down enough to communicate with them and hand them whatever documents they needed if they did have reasonable suspicion of something, like you committed this traffic violation or whatever. But all of that has to be articulated to him. Just like Ali's saying, "You know what we clocked you at?" None of that. Just, roll down this window, or I'm going to pull you out of the car. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and pull you out of the car.
Look, again, right?
I'd be like, who the fuck are you?
Again, right?
And why?
Fine. Again, okay, is what it is. The crux of the problem. We could speculate all day what started the interaction with police officers, and what we could also speculate what would warrant that form of reaction and force of a multitude of police officers in a hostile manner. People can litigate those things. The real problem of it all is cops need to be de-escalating situations and not just looking to stir up shit. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. There's plenty of fucking cops that ain't nothing but motherfucking shit starters. That's it. Ain't nothing but motherfucking shit starters. Sorry. And there's tons of cops I love. And these shit starter cops are giving the policing force a fucking bad name, right? Because we need these people. And more often in actions, whether you're in the right, the wrong, whatever, your interaction may result in a ticket or something like that. But, you realize you're at fault of something. You're not a bad person. You're not harming people, and you're not
only if you don't roll your window down all the way, according to Green Rat, because none of this would have happened if he'd have just rolled his window down all the way.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so none of this would have happened if he didn't wake up in the morning and go decide to play football.
So
say
anyhow,
that too.
All I know is, hey, listen, I just want to see if they have body cam footage, if that's going to be released. That's the important thing right there. I think.
Bro, we've been getting some real fucking trolls in chats lately, dog. Some real trolls saying some bad shit. I don't like it. The trolls used to be Russian bots. Now it's just racists showing up. I don't like it.
Supposedly that was going on last night too, by the way.
I know it is. I banned a couple of people, and you know me, I'm not about banning, but that's an easy mark right there. I need to make sure my mods are doing their job. You guys see that? Time it out and then alert me in chat. Mods, we're under attack.
And again, I know we have to wait and see what happened before the pullover, but again, I keep saying anything. Look at the way they rolled up 6 deep. Like what did they think was going to happen? In other words, if they already had him for something that deep, then they could just did they think that they were just going to like talk him into coming out nicely?
I mean, yeah, again, they got to understand that they're
and
the
if
ones.
they did think that, though, Cap, if they did think that, did they think that attitude was going to help?
Well, look.
You see what I'm saying? Like, even if you thought, okay, we could just rip this guy out of his car right now, but we're going to ask him nicely to roll down the window and talk to him for a minute. For what reason, I don't fucking have a clue. But
something
but let's
pissed
just
them
say
off.
that's what they decided, right? And then they go with that attitude. Is that supposed to change the guy's mind? Like, now I'm gonna cooperate and just get out of my car.
Here's what it is, right? In a simple on the face, he obviously did something that agitated the cops. I don't know if anything warrants the agitation level that they showed. I don't see how anything outside of him threatening lives could warrant the type of fucking reaction that those cops put on there. We'll see how it comes out. Maybe we find out he was fucking, coming around the edge of the stadium, pedestrians crossing the road, doing 55 miles an hour, when everything's posted 15, right? And there might be some more details, but all in all, they fucking came up super scary, super hostile, talking about breaking fucking windows, ripping them out of the car, telling them they're going to rip them out of the car, telling them they're going to break them out of the window. And then once they got him in handcuffs and put him on the ground for the full fucking ride, they made sure to give him a good kick in his fucking ass too. And all of that is bullshit, and that shit's got to stop.
And let's just say that they thought they had the goods and that they were going to be justified in treating him this way, right? Let's just say, okay, well, that didn't happen because they released him. So what was so bad that they had to act that way that they ultimately ended up releasing the guy? What was so bad?
Well, here's the deal, right?
You see what I'm getting at, right? It doesn't make sense. It's a fallacy, Cap. Like, if whatever they treated him that way was so bad, it would have been bad enough to not be able to release him.
Look, again.
Am I right?
No, there's nothing that's going to come out, and I'm seeing this in the body cam footage in chat.
I know if I'm in his situation, right, and they've already put a knee in me, chances are I'm not getting released. They have something on me that they felt justified, that the whole world, given the climate we're in, was going to back them up, right? So they're so sure that they had that they released him.
Well, that's probably once they realized, obviously they didn't know who they were dealing with and didn't give a fuck and then became privy to the fact that, oh, hey, that's right, we're out in front of the Dolphins stadium and we got 2 players in handcuffs. One on the defense and Calais Campbell, Miami legend at that. Holy fuck. And then, that's Tyreek. That's right. I thought he kind of, hey, Fred, this guy does kind of look from, can I get an autograph, Mr. Hill? Fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, True Talk. Like, I'm not Tyreek Hill. You're right. He
was
is,
targeted.
Which means that if they really had the goods on a superstar millionaire, they're not going to just release him. They're plebes. They want to take down all millionaires and superstars and celebrities. My point is, if they had the goods enough to treat him the way they did, why are they even allowed to release him? You would think he was some hardened criminal that is like a danger to the public, the way they treated him. I'm going to break your window, or I'm going to pull you out of the car for a traffic violation. So when Green Rat asked earlier, well, we got to find out what got it to this point. Again, anything that serious to cause the reaction that they had would have been serious enough that he'd still be sitting in jail right now. They can't just go and release him and expect us to believe that he did something so serious that they thought they could do that to him. Because if he did something that serious, he would still be in jail right now. It's a complete fallacy on its face. And they know it. That's why one of them, I think, is already on leave or something. And they're already, and Reek's people are going full boat with it, as well they should, because I want discovery. I want to know.
You guys see that Cooper Cup catch?
Yeah, I did.
That was insane.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, that was some skill. He's a tactician, man. He's on his way to a triple crown, man, with that one. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, looks like, man, we got a rematch here going on, man.
Oh, Rams came back.
Yeah, the Rams look like they can pull this one out. Jared Goff got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to pull it out. I mean, he's done it before. Yeah, that's like the playoff game. He did it in the same thing. The NFL is getting deja vu weekend, man. Everything was reminiscent of what happened last year, man. Every game is playing out this way this week. Freaking Baker Mayfield is playing lights out. I mean, who would have thought, man?
Oh, the Cowboys! Holy crap!
Yeah, I didn't expect them to do that on the road.
Crypto, I love you, bro, and I'll always back you up, but I'm not backing you up on Watson anymore. I'm sorry. The way Dallas won that game.
Can we? I know, but can you wait till the rest of the season play out? There's one game.
The whole season, but if it's bad like that the whole season, I don't know if you can come back from that. Just saying.
I mean, you probably can't, but I mean, one game is one game.
At that point, at all that point, if I'm Cleveland, I'd look to move off. You know what I mean? I'd find some way to get someone else. Is basically what I'm saying.
No, not a chance.
CB83 making a good point. Regular guy in jail for the long haul.
Yeah.
That shit never sees the light of day.
Nobody's available.
Nope. They arrest him with several felony accounts, resisting arrest.
Unless Big Nick happened to be there.
Incident report. I mean, the whole nines could to any other regular person is in trouble, right? Fuck, they might have sprinkled a little crack in the back seat. That's what looked like it was going.
Almost got an interception.
Interception. No, and he
dropped
dropped it.
He dropped it. He dropped it.
That was
I
the
mean, let's
game
just
right
say
there.
let's just say for the hypothetical to really drive my point home. Let's say they pulled
Yeah,
him
he
over.
had that one.
Let's say they pulled him
Flat
over
out
and through the
dropped that
window,
interception.
Tyreek was waving freaking
Wow. Only if he had just
crack pipes in front of him,
he
right?
had it all the way through too.
He would still be in
Ground
jail
calls
for
a
that.
fumble.
Yeah. Real quick. Everybody in chat, hit the like button, please. Try to keep chat cleaned up. Rhino, I don't know if you noticed, I gave you a wrench.
I think he can.
I'm gonna give
Bali, yeah,
Jermaine,
you would have to play the same way for most of the rest of the season.
I know. I guess like I got hyped up, and even the Browns were favored in this game. You know what I'm saying? I got hyped up for this game, and it was just a big letdown in the sense having Dallas go into the half. What were they up like 20-3 or something like that? It was just. It was a letdown. That's all I'm saying. And like, what year?
I mean, I don't think when Vegas made the line, they'd anticipating you be down two of your starters, and yet again, your starting star running back not in the backfield to compensate you.
That's true. I mean, you're right. I see what you're saying. I got to give it to the rest of the season and see what happens, what he does. But you know, it is.
That line would have totally been different if Nick Chubb wouldn't have been a scratch at the last minute and two offensive linemen not.
That's true. It could have been different. You're right. And this is only the first week. So we have 16 more games. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. They coach got to make adjustments. He's gonna have to make some adjustments.
I will say you're spot on with Baker Mayfield, though. He had a hell of a game.
Yeah, he's continuing what he left off at. So apparently that $33 million is paying off.
Yeah.
I guess the Bucks are getting the best bang for their buck, right? No pun intended. They get the bang for their buck. Damn.
That's what I'm saying,
CB.
Boston didn't look very good at all, man. That's why I'm kind of like, damn, I thought he'd be better too.
Who?
Well, nobody really had good games. I mean, we had 6 quarterbacks over 100 QB rating, but yet, only 2 of them accounted for 4 total touchdowns. And that's Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen. The only 2 quarterbacks accounted for 4 total touchdowns. So yeah, it's been an off week for the offenses this week.
Listen,
and the Saints being the only team to hit a 40 burger and almost a 50 burger.
I think it was a good week of football. I don't care. I mean, and tomorrow we get to see the Niners and Jets and see what the Jets look like, right? So I thought
that might be a sloppy game. That might be a 50-40 game or a 3-0 game.
Yeah, just when you start following the trend, crypto, and you start pumping the brakes on all these big number bets, that's when a game will break out. You know what I mean? And like everybody will have all their guys on the bench. It's like,
right? You like everybody got messed up in that Saints game because Alvin Kamara having a big day, David Carr and Derek Carr.
Yeah, I know.
That Saints game screwed everybody up.
Lewis and I were talking about it. He's just baffled that the Saints could have over 40 points like that. And Olave not being one of the guys that has a touchdown.
Dude, I did not have
a touchdown. Right. Yeah, no. You would think Olave would have almost a 200-yard game in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, if you say, "Oh, Saints scored 40 some points," and you just be like, "Yeah, how many did Olave have?" You know,
he had like 30 or 40 some yards or something like that.
Look at the Bears won 24-17. Caleb Williams only had 14 of 29 for 93 yards.
For 93 yards. And they won the game.
Yeah, I think Johnny Utah might be talking. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Johnny Utah, I think, wasn't he on Twitter with us? He came over to YouTube. Cool.
I think the Bears Also the first team, I think, in a while to win a game after trailing by 17 and not score that many offensive yards.
I don't know. We did a pretty good job of that in that victory over Buffalo couple seasons back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. What they trail. I don't think. But did we?
I don't
Was
think
we?
we trailed. I don't think we really
Yeah, I don't think we
trailed.
trailed that much. I think we trailed by like 7 or 10 or
Right.
something.
Right. Now the irony is the Patriots today. Oh my God, do you believe
Yeah,
that?
they just go a complete shutout. I guess you have to build your team defense first
Hey,
if you're going to start out like that.
Look, some of us thought they would at least be a tough out. You know what I mean? But still an out. Like, what are you doing losing to them, Cincinnati?
Now-
You're idiots.
Now, Shake can vouch for me on that show, on the Pick'em show. I was struggling on whether to make that my upset special. I was like, I was queasy. Yeah, I was like, I want to go with the Patriots so bad. I was
But the thing of it is, they almost won in the same fashion we did, although they were leading more of the game. But they get that fumble, against Cincy with them running
on
into
his way into the end zone. Right? Yeah, I remember that. You're right. They did. They was Butch Call was about to score and they punched the ball out on the way in the end zone. Yeah. That's right. That's
Marvin Harrison Jr. only had 1 target for 4 yards.
4 yards.
Damn, Ali, what do you think about that?
Wide receiver, man.
I'll tell you what happened. Kyle Murray missed him by 400 yards. Bro, the guy was open. The guy it was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. He was so freaking open.
What? How did that happen?
Dude.
How did that happen, Ali?
God damn. Ali
Bro, you gotta bring Kyler's girlfriend into the
business.
conversation, man.
Ali's standing on business for his fucking wide receivers.
How did that happen? OSU should never be allowed to allow anybody to be drafted in the league.
Cap, at least now I know I have an ally in my anti-Kyler stance.
There you go.
No one should ever be drafted from Ohio State from this day forward.
What's that, Ali?
I said it. The NFL memes is rolling it right now because the guy was so open. It was not even funny. I don't know how you missed him. I honestly do not know.
I'm telling you right now.
Ohio State, him, bro.
Ohio State should close up their doors and sell off the assets to the school, man.
Kyler needs to change the E to an A and add an S.
I'm demanding a trade immediately, right now. Get me out.
Hey, if Kyler changed the E to an A and put an S in front of the K, he'd be better overnight.
Oh yeah, well,
I'll tell you who looks like shit.
I think he rebounds
Watson.
next week. I think they play the Steelers next week, don't they? Oh shit!
I'll tell you.
God, I can't pick them against the Steelers.
I'm about
Deshaun motherfucking Watson.
The guy has no will to play, bro.
I'm gonna say it, and I'll say it again. I said it. I'll say it again. I'll say it and say it again. He's Tiger Woods. Once he stopped getting all that side nookie, bro, they just ain't the same. They just ain't the same.
Look, I boiled it down to two here. First of all, hold on, real quick. First of all, I'm officially and completely off of the Deshaun Watson train. That's done. I don't give a shit about the guy enough to be following these games. You know what I mean? Like that he plays, right? And secondly, it's boiled down to two things for me. Either it was a complete money grab and he's clowning the NFL because he can't stand them in their corruption, or we are watching the most epic talent collapse that we've ever seen in the history of sports.
I agree with that.
Take your choice. Either one.
Well, that would be more. I would say more that the NFL stole it from him when they allow 21 gold diggers to ruin his life and allow him to miss 400 days of football, and you can't get back to form.
Crypto, but it's getting to the point where I can't hold on to that no more, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Well, that's a fact of life. You ain't got to hold on to it. That's just the reality.
Yeah, but it's been a while, man. Come on.
No. Fuck all that.
You ain't gonna ever come back to form if you miss that much time.
$260 million gonna bring me back from anything, baby. And if I can't bring him back, he's cooked. Bullshit, it ain't true.
Not when you now and then you miss Then you missed 12 games in the very following 2 seasons after missing freaking 400 plus days of football.
I didn't have to do
Crypto,
nothing.
I'm still with you
Hold
on the loss.
Color, let me cook
though,
for a
but-
second, Crypto, because Crypto, I got Crypto on. You're trying to be too. Crypto's got to understand. The guy got all this time off and this money, and he's still gonna be bad when he comes to play. It's been time, bro.
When you're injured, you ain't.
Injured my ass. Why the fuck you injured? You had all this time off. It's no more excuses
That's
for a
due
guy
to the
who
league.
is
That's due to the league buying into the
No.
freaking gold diggers
no more
propaganda.
excuses for that fucking guy last year. I'm not gonna let it.
No,
Listen,
it's not because
no.
this season ain't finished yet. It's one fucking game.
But
He
Crypto,
looked
if
like
everybody
fucking
perpetrated that
butthole,
against
bro.
him, including the
He looked
Texans,
like dirty old asshole, bro. He looked shitty,
consider
bro.
this, Crypto.
Uh, I suppose so.
Hear me out.
When you don't play enough football.
Crypto, hear me out.
Oh
Considering the Texans and the way they tried to throw him under the bus, and considering the overall corruption of that owner and the NFL at large, is it possible that he's just clowning the NFL and doesn't care about it and just wants the $300 million from Cleveland?
That I could see. I think he's a quitter.
I mean, that could be a
That I could see.
possibility if
He's
he
a quitter.
if he wants to do it to the
that's
NFL.
other I'm saying that was one of my 2 possibilities. Either one of them, I'm done with the guy, bro. Like,
Well,
take
I
your
mean, I
money
don't
and
even
go
know if he
home.
necessarily wants to clown the
If it's
NFL.
guaranteed money, if it's guaranteed money, why does he even bother playing? Just go sit on the couch.
Sounds
if
like
you
a
want to
quitter.
clown the NFL, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry. The Dallas Cowboys are the Dallas Cowboys. They're a terrific regular season team. They do this shit every time, and then they freaking go. They're gonna choke in the playoffs too. So it ain't no
Dak
surprise they
Prescott
get big
sucks too,
regular
bro.
season wins.
Fuck Dak Prescott's ass too.
And
He
they
sucks too.
do that crap because the same
Hey,
damn
I'll give
thing.
you this, Crypto. You got 16 more games
No,
this season.
no, he was
so
one of the guys that had a 100 rating.
I'm not going to make a bet or nothing. You got 16 more games. He better get his fucking shit straight, bro. That's all
Dak
I'm
Prescott
saying.
sucks, bro.
We'll give him the 16 games.
Nope.
Okay, fine. I'll
You
give
can't
you
make
that.
a demand after 1 week.
I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
I can.
I'll give you that.
I'll give it.
But I got a lot of fucking people putting pressure on me, Crypto. I can't hold out forever, man.
No, I know how to stave off that nonsense pressure. That's phantom. That's paper tiger pressure. That's paper tiger pressure. We're not going to sit up and
Like, I
say
know how to
he
get
was
rid of that
missing
pressure. I
two of
just
his
go out
best,
to Wyoming and say,
linemen
"Fuck
and the
y'all."
best running back in football.
Crypto's like George Carlin has a medicine for that color. It's called fuck it all.
Listen, first of all, the fucking Rams, like, what's going on? They got no run game tonight or something?
No, he's out of commission.
Yeah.
Quite the
No,
Jedi.
he's out of commission. He couldn't get it. Now they give the ball a full 2 minutes to Jared Goff to tie the game.
Yeah, and
which is crazy.
Homeskill just went head to head
Wow.
with Florida too, man. Shit.
Bro,
And you're giving the Porter a wide open thing.
They've got 83 yards as a team right now. And it's all from fucking wide receivers. They got no running backs right now.
Hey,
looks like
which wide
Stephon
receiver
Diggs
got
got whoever
Detroit
played.
touchdown?
They got
Whoever
Kyron
had-
Williams, fucking Cooper Kupp, and Puka all took runs today. They got one guy, Ronnie Rivers. I have no idea who the fuck. Mr.
Cooper
Ronnie
have a
Rivers.
touchdown?
Did Cooper have a touchdown? Kyron Williams had a rushing touchdown too. I'm pretty sure Cooper. Yeah, Cooper Kupp, 1 touchdown, 110 yards receiving. Right now though, Matthew Stafford with 317 yards in the air.
Who has Detroit's touchdown? Khalif Raymond by chance?
Well, Stafford needs to get the ball back in
Hold
order
on,
for
let
them
me
to
see.
freaking close this game out.
Let me see who's got the tutty. Jameer
No,
Gibbs got
Jared
one.
Goff is going to take care of business, bro.
Jamison
That's what I'm
Jamison
saying.
Williams has
They
a
need to let
touchdown.
them score so they can get the
I
ball
ain't
back
hitting
and
that-
so
I
they can
ain't
get
hitting
the.
that parlay cap. I had Khalif Raymond, Tutu Atwell, and Cooper with all.
Yeah, I
every time.
won on my 9-leg parlay today.
I don't even see Khalif Raymond
No,
has
7, not 9. I think it was
Khalif,
7.
Where the fuck is who the fuck's Khalif Raymond, bro?
I took the free bet and took a 9-legger today.
#2. He's their deep threat, pretty much. Besides Amon,
The
Amon's
Tyreek
their
going
every
over
threat.
100 got me.
Amon can
The
do
reason I'm
today.
asking right now because there's only a minute and
That was a
13
final leg
seconds
of
left.
my parlay.
There's only a minute and 13
Oh man, that's
seconds left
holding big
in the
time.
Yeah,
game.
they'd have to go to overtime
God.
for me to get anything on that count.
Again, there's
Oh,
only a
so
minute
yeah,
and
we
13
got
seconds left, and it looks like the Lions could come back and win this football game.
At least tie it.
They at least tie it. Minute
At
and 6
least tie
seconds
it,
left
yeah.
on 3rd and 2.
As
The reason
long
I'm
as
asking is
Campbell
because
don't go for it.
if Stafford in the
Oh, he flipped.
Wait, Crypto,
He
it's
flipped. He could
regular
hit.
season. Campbell's not going to tie it, bro. It's the regular season, man.
Yeah, right. He's not going for it. He's going to go for it. Yeah, right. He's not kicking that
He
field
won't
goal.
even
He's going
tie
to
it
go
in a
for the fourth
playoff
down.
game. He won't even tie it in a game where there's no ties. He definitely ain't tying it in this one.
Right, exactly. Oh man, they got a
So
hold
he's
on that
really
one.
an idiot.
Right. That was huge. Gibbs, that toss, that's worse than the fade play. I hate that toss. That's the worst running play of all time.
Well, the key is what throws it up
That's
is
worse.
but what
You're
disrupts
so far in the backfield.
So what disrupts it is when they contain the edge. If the edge is broken, that toss sweep guy is going to be one-on-one with the corner, dude. That's what you want. That's what you're trying to
Yeah,
develop.
but if you got good tacklers, then
It
that
never
play
works
gets shut down.
unless you're Kansas City and Isaiah Pacheco. It never works, bro. But
Yeah, that toss sweep is crazy.
they did that shit on the Ravens all night the other night, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. That pitch play, man, that's like the worst play in football. That's like the run play of the fade. That's like what percentage did people even make on that one? I hate that play. I mean, if you got a good sweeping lineman, then it's good. But man,
Jared Goff trying to raise the roof.
It's just too much. It's just too much. Too much chance for that to do. The guys are fast now. What tell you, A.R. Richardson, man, that's
I heard Tirico earlier. Tirico, bro. I heard earlier when the game opened up. He put out a stat about how many what the percentage was of or the average starting field position now because of the new kickoff rule is like 4 yards longer than it was last year. I'm like, Tirico, bro, it's the first fucking week of the season, bro. What is this, baseball? Like, seriously, bro.
Well, they was already successful in the first week.
Sample size, man, and you're comparing it to the entire last season. Come on, man.
No, I mean, they have to know what is on its way to being a success or not. It is now.
I know. And somebody fed him that stat. I'm just saying, like, if I was Tirico, I'd be like, who fed me this stat? Why are we even talking about this till at least week 4?
No, they I think they're gonna they've already gotten it because the
Cardinals
returned it.
He wasn't talking compared to this week last year. It was a stat that was comparing this week to the entire season last year.
I think Richardson may have the strongest arm in football. He threw that thing off his back foot 70 yards in the air. Jesus. He's got to be the strongest.
But it's like them baseball guys that are like, yeah, this guy hits this percentage on Tuesdays when the barometric pressure
fell.
Is, it's like shit, man. Anything else? Does the moon have to be showing in the sky?
Yeah.
One thing I've seen this year.
It was a touchdown scored, Ali, I think, on for the first time.
Yeah, Cardinals, I think they said did it.
Cardinals scored the first one on the new rule.
Yeah, they did.
100 some yards. So he broke free, man.
One thing that was very
because they're the only one that's fielded one. I'm sorry, Ali. It seems like everyone I've seen so far has been a touchback.
Yeah. Is any games I guess if they score, they go to overtime, but they're going for the touchdown.
So one thing that has been
here it is, Crypto. It's 4th and 5.
All right, never mind.
Jeez. Wow.
Sorry, Ali. We're just trying to follow Dan here and see what he does compared to last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, go ahead, Ali. I'm trying to hear what you're
Yeah,
saying.
who's
Go
seeing
ahead.
what's going on with Dan, man?
Fucking crypto and the
He's
color are
kicking
having
the
their own
field
fucking
goal.
show. See, go ahead, Ali. I'm listening.
Oh, so he's you saying he's trying to learn his lessons now?
Yeah.
Basically, what I was trying to say was that.
Yeah, he's learned his lessons.
All right.
Go ahead, Ali. I'm listening.
You guys have a great night, man. Fins up, everybody.
Yeah, I'll see you, buddy.
You out, Ali?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, since I'm not allowed to talk.
Oh, well, go ahead. No, you can talk. Go away. Go ahead, talk.
What I was trying to say was that out of all the years, this year it seems like receivers are being more of a horizontal threat. And even when they catch the ball, they'll be 2 yards away from the first down and they still want to run to the sideline. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? Just get the first down. Like in this game, there was a chance the guy could have got the first down. But no, they wasted their chance because he decided to keep going horizontal instead of going vertical.
I agree with you.
I don't get it.
It's like Ali. It's like you were listening in on Lewis and I's phone call earlier or talk earlier,
It's
bro.
ridiculous. Like I've seen it not just in our game. I've seen it in like every game thus far. The Kansas City game, the Green Bay and Eagles game. I saw the same thing, and I'm like, what are these guys doing, bro? You're 2 yards away from the first down. You obviously have a chance to at least get it. Get it.
Yeah, that's fundamental right there, Ali.
You're like wasting your chances. I don't know.
It's
I don't get it.
fundamental football, bro. Turn up as soon as you get the ball. Turn up. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
We were trained to do that. Like we had drills. You know, like take the ball, turn up. You know what I mean? Like immediately.
Oh, he's a Florida State kicker. Oh my God. Detroit's doomed.
They won. They got it. They could. It's tie game right now.
Yep.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but the Florida State man, don't rely on him too long.
That's true.
You know how the Florida State kickers are
I just
crap.
wanted to tell you. Did you know the end result for Deshaun Watson today? He was 24 of 45, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's an upside down stat. That could be fixed in 1 week.
Okay, maybe, right? We'll see. I'm not saying the story's written because no story's done until they're dead. Okay. But dude, he has looked absolutely like a shell of himself since in a Browns uniform versus to what you know. And I mean, look, here's the real deal, right? They let Baker Mayfield walk.
He started 5-1 last year too. Remember, he lost bad.
They let Baker Mayfield walk, and Baker Mayfield makes less than half of the money, and he's been doing great in Tampa.
Well, Tampa, he's got more support. He's got a better offensive line. He's got better running backs, better receivers, and better defense. And he's in the NFC.
That's crazy to say that. I would say he's definitely the Browns are definitely in a harder division and a harder conference. That I can wholeheartedly agree with you. But the Browns, when he first got there, they've had weapons. They've only just now recently lost weapons because they're paying
they've lost the weapons from day one since he was there. They had 4 starting quarterbacks last year. The running backs was from day one out. He missed the entire season.
Yeah, well, I don't care. They've got weapons.
Nick Chubb was the leading rusher the year prior.
Yeah, I know, and he's gone, right?
And he's been out for now it's 18 straight games for him.
Well, I don't blame him. I wouldn't come back and play on this trash team.
And then they don't have no offensive linemen.
If I was Nick Chubb, I wouldn't come back playing with this trash team and trash quarterback. Got me fucked up.
If he comes back, it'll be a totally different story.
Yeah, because he'll be their bell cow because that's all they got because they ain't got a quarterback that could do anything but fucking suck. He had a 53% completion percentage today, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, that's fine. Good, that happens. Dan Marino had a 45% completion in one game.
I don't give a fuck. Dan Marino put together
against Jesse Hester to the hapless Jets.
So the Dallas Cowboys are just a great football team, huh? They just smoked them.
Yeah,
just
they had the
engulfed them whole time.
cornerback, the lead that got the NFL record for the most interceptions over a 2 years span. Yeah, the Diggs and the other guy, the other cornerback. Yeah, they're top of the league and the best corners in the league when it comes to interceptions.
I remember how great they were against the
Dolphins.
No, I don't. No, I don't remember how good they were. That NFC team in the weaker conference beat the fucking brakes off of fucking the Browns. Beat them in the dirt.
Dallas beats everybody in the regular
Watson's
season.
fault. Deshaun Watson is cooked. He's cooked.
Dallas beats everybody in the regular season.
So what you just said sounded just like the man was 175 years old when they fought.
Yeah, Dallas beats everybody in the regular season. It doesn't surprise me.
They didn't beat us. They don't beat shit. Dallas ain't shit.
Yeah, they did. They lost to us.
Dallas
when they fumbled the ball going into the end zone, kind of like what ETN
Dallas ain't
did.
Shit, and worse than that, Cleveland is shit. That's the thing.
Cleveland won 11 games. Cleveland won 11 games, and 5 of them was due to Deshaun Watson.
Nope.
So he was 5-1.
So they're right now they're paying like $88 million a win right now for Deshaun Watson. So it's pretty crazy.
Yo,
you
so
know,
real
he's
quick,
got
one
5
more
wins.
Oh, well, that's good. That's the job. That's what you're supposed to do.
Crypto.
You're supposed to get paid more while doing less. That's what
that's what
CEOs do.
The semantics. Now this is about
that's what CEOs do.
Yeah, now it's about
Ain't
a completely different topic. Crypto
That's
capping
exactly what CEOs do. So that's what leaders do.
Now, that's what leaders do.
That's the American way.
Make a bunch of money and do
Get
nothing
paid
for
more
it.
by working less. You work
That's right.
You work smarter, not harder.
That's right. And you know what? To that degree, now we are in total agreement. The guy is the best capitalist in the whole country because no one has done so little to get paid so much. You are absolutely right. You're 100% on that. I will agree with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Crypto, real quick. One more thing about
Warren Buffett and Bill Gates at this point.
Hey, one more thing about the Dan Campbell thing. So they just showed the graphic with the overtime rules, and I'm thinking Dan Campbell saw that graphic and he's like, "Oh, that's right. That's why I go
do
for it in
overtime
regular season."
Oh, they changed the rules now. It's a rule.
No,
it's the
but
new
they
rule
put
change.
the graphic up on the TV saying 10-minute quarter, blah blah blah. And right now he's kicking himself in the ass, going, "Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to go for it in the regular season."
Right. He don't want to tie.
Detroit got the ball, didn't they, Color?
No, well, you can't tie in the playoffs anyway, so I don't know what
That's what I've been trying to say. Everybody's like, "Well, he does that all. That's his MO." It's like it might be his MO, but it's the playoffs. You can't end in a tie.
And you guys are fucking way all on the fucking tie in playoffs and fucking going like y'all are fucking crazy right now. I don't give a fuck about
people
Detroit.
want to do
because they're trying to say that he was doing the same thing.
No, what people? Because I promise you this, me and Ali fucking did not want to. We don't give a fuck. Who won the toss?
You can't.
Commercial to break down.
The Lions. I think the Lions won the toss.
Lions has the ball. I kept trying to tell you guys.
Well, even if they score a touchdown, they still have a chance to score.
So they get the ball back.
I don't know if it's sudden death.
Whoever scores the first touchdown, they win the game.
Wins. First touchdown wins.
I thought the playoff rules are in effect. You get the ball back.
Listen, first touchdown wins in all overtime. And if you get a field goal, the team gets to respond. And if they can respond to a field goal,
only in the playoffs, the first touchdown don't win.
Correct.
Because of the Buffalo Bills.
And it was because of when Kansas City didn't get a chance against Tom Brady in the playoffs. They didn't want the game to be ruined because it's a playoff game.
No, but it didn't officially change into the Buffalo thing, the 13 seconds.
To me,
that's what the response to the Buffalo game.
Each team should get a possession, and if the second team gets the possession and scores a field goal after not allowing a point, they should win, which is the case anyhow. which is
Right.
the case anyhow. But each team should get a possession. Having only one team get a possession and have to field their I get it, right? Yep. Then stop them on defense and you can get your possession.
The only
Problem
other
is, hold on a second, Color. Problem is, Tua Tagovailoa right now currently sits number 1 in passing yards for week 1. Now we still have the Jets
Until
and Niners
Stafford throws
game.
another
We still
touchdown.
have the Jets and Niners game. Stafford is at 317 right now. So I'll say this.
If he gets the ball back, he
in
can.
regulation, Tua still is number 1 because Stafford's having to go into overtime to even have a shot to get more
It
yards.
don't matter. Overtime stats count towards your total stats.
I got you. I'm just putting a caveat. Fucking relax. You heard the caveat. I said it. Spoke it perfectly. Fucking chill.
You can't do that.
Fucking Crick was over here trying to say what I can and can't do. I fucking can because I just did.
Yeah.
All right?
Hey, by the way,
It don't work that way.
the only other score that can end the game with on the first possession sudden death is a safety. Obviously.
Yeah, I think Cam Wakes won a game like that for us once upon a
Because
time.
you've done taken their chance away and got your score, so the game's over with a safety. Like even on the first.
Fuck. Wow, they bit hard as fuck on that. What a fake, dude.
Cam did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
What
was
a
sick,
fake.
bro.
That was,
It was
dude,
sick.
I thought he got him. I didn't even see Goff not hand him off the ball. Then I didn't see him hand it off to the wide receiver that
I'm
came
not gonna
around,
lie,
right?
bro. Goff has impressed me so much, bro. It's not
Actually,
even good.
when you think about
Really
it,
good at the
Tua
little
should
stuff,
be able to
dude.
do the yards thing, at least the yardage side, because of we got Tyreek and freaking Waddle. He should be able to lead in yards with no
Goff
problem.
is really good at dotting the I's and crossing the T's, bro. That's why that
shit.
fake looks so
David
good.
Montgomery breaks a fucking monster one. Dude, bro, when David Montgomery was exiting the Bears, I was like, the Dolphins have to get this guy, dude. I thought that he was everything to the Bears offense. And I thought, first of all, they threw him the ball in Chicago so much. They threw that guy the ball so much. And I thought to myself, you know, for as much they throw him the ball, I'm always loving when he runs in between the tackles. The dude is dynamic as hell.
Looks like
He doesn't have that elite speed that Gibbs has, but fucking
But see,
hard
these
runner.
teams are more balanced. I think so far
Look at
this week,
fucking guy. Look at this fucking guy. He
Detroit is
won't go
more
down.
balanced.
I'm telling you, bro.
Detroit is a more balanced team this week.
Detroit is
You know what's crazy? It's only Detroit that can get rid of 2 superstar running backs that they have and then replace them with 2 guys, and they don't lose a single beat.
And don't lose a beat, all because of Penei Sewell got that big contract.
Because
I'm telling
freaking
you.
DeAndre Swift and what's his name were there first, and they
Was
did
there
very
first.
good.
And they got assets for those guys when they let
Now
them
they
go.
got Montgomery. They
have
replaced him with 2 new
the
studs.
way in which they've managed. The way in which they've managed.
Yeah,
this
Swift came from
rebuild.
Philly, right?
Look,
Yeah.
there he is. Look, there's Gibbs in the pass game. They're
Montgomery from
fucking smoking
Chicago.
him right now. Fuck, dude. Who was that?
They
Security
got
guy
Gibbs.
fucking blasted.
They got a pretty good balanced backfield. That backfield collectively is good. And they got,
They got a
big,
great
beefy
1-2 punch,
offensive
man.
line.
And they have a tight end that can actually catch the ball.
2 wide receivers, a big tight end, and 2 big backs. I mean, it's perfect
You know, I was
formation.
just thinking,
Insane.
Tyreek next week. Tyreek should clown the police department and wear his full gear, pads, and everything in his car while he's driving. So when they pull him over, he'd be like, "Is it obvious now?"
Hey, just. I think he should drive a minivan.
Where
while
you
he
headed,
does it,
sir?
too.
I don't know. You tell me, officer.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be something to really to troll them.
Like,
Show
this
up
is
in
what
a
I gotta
uniform.
do. Plus, I'm already padded up in case they want to put a knee in my back.
Oh yeah, at least lessen the blow. Yeah, Jared Goff. That was a
Tyreek
7.
like-
What did I got? 8
Tyreek was
minutes.
like, I
Okay,
can't
this-
get out of the car right now, man. I ain't got my gear on yet.
I listen.
Mm.
I took when the
How
when-
many
when
y'all
the
think-
Lions were down when the Lions were down 7 points or whatever it was late in the game. Maybe it was 3. I took them plus 400 to come back and win this game. I want them to score this touchdown. I only bet a couple bucks, but still, it was plus 400. I'll take it.
I think
go Lions.
what I'm thinking that if they got a power offense, they just punishing them with the front interior linemen. That's what happened when you got beefy guys
That's it,
up
dude.
front.
They're winning the line of scrimmage right now, dude.
Punch him in the mouth, and that's what
They're winning the line of scrimmage, bro.
Yeah, they can do it.
Right back to it
and
again.
There's no reason
Right
why
back
they
to it.
shouldn't.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit, dude. They're all the way down at the 2-yard line. They got a second push by the line.
He almost went straight in the end zone.
It's going to be spotted at the 1-yard line, and this is going to be the game right here because there ain't nothing stopping this guy from Montgomery.
No, not right now. Look, fucking Sean McVay is losing his shit on the sideline. He's like, can we not fucking stop them from just going through us right now?
Yeah, that's just bully ball.
If he's Pete Carroll, though, you might get the stop here.
Dude,
this is the formula. This is basically the formula that would have beaten the Chiefs if they'd had another shot at them.
Timeout called.
It just goes to show you.
LA.
If they hand this ball off to Montgomery and he just walks in, it just goes to show you what Carroll should have done with Marshawn Lynch back in the day.
That ain't no lie.
Right.
And not only should Carroll have done it, but look,
Carroll did that. You know,
you want to know how good a football team really is?
No
you want to know how good a football team really is? In a high stakes moment late in the game when you need to win,
he pulled
they've gone now 4 or 5 plays in a row, running it right down the throat.
And look who it is. Number 5, just like
Fucking
I said.
Smash mouth.
You know who made that call, right? During the Super Bowl, right?
Pete
With
Carroll.
Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah.
No, that's not who made the call. The call came from our quarterbacks coach.
From
I'm
who?
sorry, Ali.
Our quarterbacks coach was the offensive coordinator for Seattle during that game who made that call.
Bevel made the call?
Right.
That's Cap.
Montgomery.
Listen,
Yeah, but
players, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Multiple players have insinuated that wasn't true, that it wasn't Bevel that had that final say on that play.
Okay. I didn't know about that, bro. I'm just
And that's why Pete Carroll lost the locker room. Because it wasn't Bevel.
Can I further correct it? Usually, when a head coach is not outright calling the plays,
it's crazy because they use
hold on. They still
9 minutes.
They still usually retain the executive decision to call run or pass. So it's Carroll would have said to Bevel, run the ball or pass the ball. You know what I mean? And then Bevel calls whatever play accordingly. Usually that's how it works. Like in those situations, the head coach usually retains the right to call run or pass. But that's about it, unless they're calling unless they're like McDaniel and they're actually calling the plays. So it would have likely been Carroll to say, we're passing the ball here.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
I could still be wrong.
Yeah.
I wasn't down on the sideline. But everybody in God's green earth knew, people that never even watched a football game knew what the proper thing to do right there was to end the game, given what we witnessed on that drive all the way down to the 1. You know what I mean? Like, they're not even down there without Marshawn Lynch.
Right. They're not even sniffing the end zone without him. Right.
It was just like this, Ali, where the momentum was just like, well, they're going to hand it to Montgomery here and win the game. I mean, there's nothing stopping it. And the only thing to stop it would be a Pete Carroll call.
Yeah.
Right there.
Or Mike McDaniel go east and west.
Right. We'll do a toss sweep and smear the whole offensive line out to the sideline.
Yeah,
I'm one game away from $75, by the way.
What's that, bro?
Yeah, that is textbook bully ball. They took almost more than half the quarter to take it 70 yards and shove it down their throat. Textbook
who was
football.
leading the game at halftime? The Lions, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think they were up by 3.
Damn, I had the first half win the game bet. I had Rams to be leading the first half and Lions to win the game.
So I made a 4-game parlay, and I'm 1 game away from winning about $375.
Oh,
so
shit. Somebody's got to win a bet this week.
Wow.
Man.
Oh, you picked the game. Yeah, I won on my seven player parlay.
Yeah, didn't you have
49ers
Trevor and Tua to both get 300 yards total
in the first half? That didn't hit.
Shit.
It didn't
The
hit.
first half?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, in
That
the
was a
first
bad
half.
bet.
Well, it was either going to be fireworks or it was going to be what we got. So, I mean,
Right,
it's
exactly.
not a bad. I started out with like $30. I'm up past 50, and I still got 3 bets on tomorrow's game. So I'm up right now, boys. Week 1, your boy's up. I'm about 1.5 times my money right now. So I'm all right. I only bet like $1.50 here, $2.50 there. So I like to bet a lot of stuff, and I like to do parlays, and I like to live bet games that don't concern my football team, right? So I'll play around with this money for a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll be up, I'll be down, then I'll throw another 20, 30 bucks on it.
I actually made one of the bets that you posted on Facebook, right?
Which I didn't post nothing on Facebook.
Not Facebook, Twitter. I'm sorry, Twitter.
All right,
you
okay.
tweeted some bets.
Who's on my fucking old Facebook thing? Because I ain't even got that.
I did a 16-team parlay
Yeah.
for $5, right?
Yeah.
I missed it by 2 games, bro. I was that close.
I got knocked out game
parlay.
1. I had the Ravens winning, and I should have fucking known better. So
I would have walked away with so much money.
There's
Bro, I
no
had
way
like
the league was going to allow the Chiefs to
$30,000
lose
bet.
and
I'm
back-to-back
doing it again.
seasons and opening night. That wasn't happening.
What you do now, Ali, is
I'm doing it.
you drop. Hold on, Ali. You know what you do now from now on until you win. You drop that down to 10 because you already know you can beat a 14-leg parlay, and the odds of getting 10 compared to 14 are so much better. You should drop it down to 10.
Yeah.
And play 10 until you win.
I guess what pissed me off was
that's what I'm doing next week. I'm doing it on Thursday.
Already beaten the odds for 10.
The 2 games that messed me up was the Bengals versus the Patriots and Atlanta versus Pittsburgh.
Actually, Ali, I won that game on a separate bet, on the upset special on the Bet USA.
But what I'm meaning is getting 14 out of 16.
I took the money line.
Right, getting 14 out of 16 is harder than getting 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
so you've already beat
won my money line on
10
that.
out of 10 is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see.
And my pick 'em show, I picked the Bengals, but on the actual money line, I picked the Patriots because I was feeling like I needed to pick them. At least try to get some money back.
I should have known something was up with that, bro, because I was like, man, the Bengals can definitely take care of the Patriots. And then I kept going back and forth between Pittsburgh and Atlanta because of the whole issue with Russell Wilson being injured, and they were saying Fields might be playing, and they kept going back.
Pittsburgh was way too good defense.
Ali, this is why I only play 5 number draws in a lottery, because I've already gotten 5 out of 6 on the Florida Lotto, and 5 out of 5 on the Fantasy 5 is actually easier to get. So I only play Fantasy 5 now because I've already beaten those odds. And I'm not greedy. Obviously, the payout's a lot lower, you know what I mean? But I'm not like, hey, if I got 200 grand, I'd be freaking happier than picking shit, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
God, this Anthony Richardson
don't
guy
necessarily need 40 million, but that would also be nice. Yeah, because here's the thing. This was years ago, back when I was still married. I had gotten 5 out of 6 on the lotto. And it was a low payout that week. It was like only up to 7 million. It was like the start of it. Somebody had won the week before.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference, 6 out of 6 gets you 7 million. 5 out of 6, $3,000, dude. I mean, when I got 5 out of 6, I was like, holy shit, I've at least got 50 grand. Dude, it was $3,000, man. Because like 200 people got 5 out of 6 that week.
Oh,
you
only because I won.
Chop down your money.
Right.
Yeah. Is that how that
cut into your winnings?
People get it too? You have to share the winnings?
Oh, yeah. At every place.
You have to share the jackpot, yeah.
At every place.
You got to share the jackpot.
That's why 3 out of 6 only gets you like $4 every time. Because it really would get you 10, but it's being shared by a million people.
Like $1 billion or whatever. That's the only time I ever played the lottery.
Yeah.
So
I don't play the fucking lottery. Fuck that. Suckers.
After that, I'm like, well, the payout for 5 out of 5 is like 40, 50 grand. So why am I ever going to play the lotto again? I've already beaten the odds for 5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. It's crazy.
Still haven't won 5 out of 5 since then, but I've already beaten those odds. Why am I going to play higher than that?
I think the only time I'll play the lottery from now on is when it's like in like $1 billion, something ridiculous, right? And then I think I'm going to stick with it because I've won so many times using the Hard Rock app so far than I've ever won in playing the lottery. And in addition, you think about it, the odds of you winning your bets, to be honest, is a lot higher than winning the lottery too. So if I can win instantly, I can come away with a good chunk.
Regular betting is more like bankroll management. Like you don't play outside yourself and you just grow your bankroll and then it compounds. But
that's basically what I did, bro. I started with $20. I actually bet on preseason games. I built up a good arsenal for this season, and I got one game, and I'm going to double my money here in a second. As of tomorrow, as long as 49ers take care of business, which I think they will, because I think their defense is too much for the Jets, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I smell an upset special on that one.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Probably my luck.
Christian McCaffrey, man.
Yeah, the money line for the Jets is only like 135. I ain't taking that, dude.
OG Barry says that me gambling in preseason, I'm a menace. I wasn't the only one. I heard a lot of people on Twitter.
I'm a little queasy about that game.
That's how I built my money. So far, I've only invested $20, and
the only time you're allowed to bet against the Dolphins.
I don't ever bet against the Dolphins, to be honest. I don't ever bet against them. I'm either betting that they win, or if I don't feel comfortable with it, I won't bet the game whatsoever.
Well, you know my philosophy on that, Ali.
Say what?
You know my philosophy on that. I think everybody should bet on their team.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Especially if you had to walk, like I had to walk in that blazing heat to my car this afternoon.
Yeah.
Color, which area were you parked at?
Yeah.
I know where you're talking about, Ollie, but the distance is still the same, and the sun is still as hot.
Is it really the same?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm just I'm just appalled, dude, that they would treat their season ticket holders like that, dude.
Yeah, that is insane.
Like my mom don't want to go to another game. She'd rather give the tickets to somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Graciously, though, they did mow the field we had to park in for this week. So we didn't have to have 4-wheel drive and a lift kit on our car to get through it. I mean, and then it's just ridiculous. I didn't get home till 7:30, bro.
Right.
I never asked for anything for free. I wanted the option to purchase Yellow Pass. That's all I wanted. Like, seriously. It's not as if I'm just some poor old soul. No, we paid for that shit. It'd be one thing if they gave us gray parking as a bonus for free because you're a season ticket holder and it's like murder to park out there. No. We paid for that parking. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this business model of, oh, you're a first-time season ticket holder, so we don't offer yellow passes for sale to you. Okay, fine. What makes you think I'm going to become a second season ticket holder based on what I had to go through to get home today? I mean, it's not very enticing. I've gotten zero from them. I don't even have the nice little magnet that everybody else has on their car. because they couldn't. They couldn't have an
What's the
address,
magnet?
which is probably a good thing because I think it would be quite the fallacy to be seeing a car parked that far away from the stadium in the blazing heat with a member freaking magnet on the back bumper. That would be hilarious to get a picture of.
Mm-hmm.
Send it right to Dolphreaky. She can add it to her whatever she's going to present to them when she gets the chance to give them a piece of her mind. Smoke is on it too, apparently. Oh, I complained to my agent. Oh, and he got back to me. Oh, well, good for you. Oh, Smoke is such a great guy because he complained to his agent for us. We've all complained to our agents. The fuck makes him any more of a hero?
Right. Mm.
Fucking ridiculous, man. Never even asked for it for free. I just wanted the option to purchase it.
Mm.
No, you're only a first-time season ticket holder. Oh, and that's a brand new rule for this year. Yeah, well, it's the last time I'm ever going to do it. Mark my words, Miami Dolphins.
Mm. Mm.
I don't care if my agent called me up and gave me next year's tickets for free. I ain't going through that to get there. I'd much rather sit in my AC, thank you very much, and watch the game on my 50-inch television. That will be just fine for me. Fuck, I think I'm a freaking fool, man. I'm so pissed about that shit. I'm sorry, guys, to bring all that up, but I had to get that off my chest because I wasn't so much, disappointed in the team today, although we struggled to start the game. I wasn't so much disappointed in the team today. I wasn't disappointed in my seats. I'm under shade. Great. Like, my mother almost fell out getting back to the car, dude.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I'm a season ticket holder. Whatever that means anymore. I'm a member of this club. Oh, well, you shouldn't expect anything but wholesale price as a benefit of that. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying, well, guess what? I bought these first class tickets with extra leg room on the airplane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool. Do you think I get to use it? No, because the steward, the flight attendant is going to come by and lob your legs off. So you don't actually get to use the extra leg room.
Yeah.
It's literally what they're doing to us. And we just eat it right up. Oh, please give me more Tua. Please give me more east-west offense that goes nowhere all day until the fourth quarter when you decide to throw it deep. We're lucky we escaped with this game.
Oh yeah, it was it was what they call a relief game. When it's like when Mario Rivera comes into the ninth inning and then finally gets the batter out,
Yeah, it was a big
because they
time.
hit the ball. I'm like, damn.
We did what we needed to do. Shout out to the guys. So I'm totally impressed with our team today. The way they just compartmentalized the
Special
struggle
teams
and got it
defense.
done.
Mm.
It would have been nice to actually get home at a decent hour and enjoy it. Talk to you all about it. No, I was still sitting in the blazing heat waiting to get out of my freaking parking lot when you all had, the end of the quick post game.
Oh, you say you still in the parking lot?
I don't even think I was there yet, Crypto.
Mm. Oh, okay. Mm.
Well, all in all,
It's the last you'll hear about it. I'm just not going to buy him again. Go ahead, Cap.
All in all, crazy day. Color, are you going to the Thursday night game?
Oh, absolutely. With bells on. I am
Ali?
certainly going to be finding a different way to get there.
Ali, are you going to make it to that
Right.
Thursday night game? I don't know if Ali.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, I'm at every single game. You already know that.
All right. Well, I don't know. It's a weekday game, so there could have been conflicting schedules. You know what I'm saying? That happens to us, even though you try to. So it's going to be good. Short week for us coming up. As crazy of a day it was for the team and Tyreek Hill in particularly, and just all the stuff. This is a crazy way to start the season, right? And exhausting, but energizing all the same. Dolphins are 1-0. It's all out of everything that we could be bitching about. We've bitched about plenty tonight, and we'll probably talk more later, obviously. But at least we ain't bitching about a loss, right?
Yeah.
At least we ain't bitching
quick
about a
turn.
loss.
We got
Baby.
4 days to enjoy it, or 3 days.
Well, technically no. So here's what we got coming on here this week. Color, are you going in the morning tomorrow?
I am making every effort to, absolutely, and I should have my cam ready to go. I just have to finish up pulling my desk back and kind of setting my angles up differently, but that's what I'm working on tonight.
Sounds like a plan. Hopefully color commentary in the morning. Color commentary in the morning, hopefully, and then also crypto midday tomorrow. Is that going to happen?
Yes, right.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe backstage, Color, you can flesh it out with crypto. Getting these streams made up and everything like that. Ali, I know you're going to be doing the Saturday night thing. Definitely going to be popping in through all the rest of this stuff. Tuesday night. I don't know if Color is going to go back-to-back days in the morning. I don't know. It's a short week. We might have to jam pack some shit in. We'll see how everything goes. But Tuesday night, I'm going to do a little bit of talking about the Jaguars game and then looking ahead on a short week to the Bills game at home. I have a special guest coming on, Ghost of Adam Gase. You guys will get to see him come up. We're going to talk to him and the podcast those guys are doing over there. He hooked up with Bobby Schaus and Joe Robbie. These are people from X and Twitter. For those of you that aren't on there, they got a new podcast out, the Dive Bar Podcast. They've been getting tons of interviews with the athletes and players, little plugged in. So going to have the homie Ghost come on, chat it up with him, talk about the past game, talk about the next coming up game. And every Tuesday, I'm going to be bringing on a new guest every week. So keep a lookout for that. Working on lining up the next guest. Had some things fall through with some people, but that's all right. We got a couple of other people that we're going to get in here. But yeah, every week on Tuesdays, we're going to try to do a post game wrap up with a co-host, special guest co-host, and a takes and looking ahead to the next game coming up. So
tomorrow morning I will be talking numbers. We'll go over the numbers in the game, and
oh man, I can't wait.
Give you a little bit of my experience from the day. Besides the parking, I ain't gonna stress on that. But also, I'll be talking about all of the positives we can take from today. We got all week to talk about the holes we got to fix. But I'm gonna tell you all tomorrow why I'm all the things I really like to see today and that were really pleasing. So we'll start the morning off with that since it's Victory Monday.
LCap, when it's my turn to speak, can you please hit the breaking news, please?
Okay, yeah, we'll do. Just real quick before you go, Ali, I want to say hi to our listener in Brazil here, Felipe. So welcome. Hit the like button, subscribe. Welcome to the Dolphins family. And apparently going to be a little bit of breaking news here from Ali. Go ahead, Ali. Let's get it in there.
Breaking news, it is officially buffalo hunting season. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let the commence of insults begin. Fuck buffalo.
Great breaking news. Way to set the tone. Yes, it is Buck Fuffalo. There is Buck Fuffalo t-shirts available at tftgnetwork.com. Make sure you guys are checking that
Did you
out.
close out HB's poll?
Yes, I did. I'm gonna get it to him.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of the good gear, all that good stuff at tftgnetwork.com. Got some new stuff coming up, and always going to keep it entertaining around here. Guys, come tomorrow morning. Color's going to be live in the morning, getting you kicked off. Crypto on after that. Tomorrow night, I don't know, maybe I'll come through, whatever. Listen, we are jam-packed daily with live episodes, updates, all that stuff.
And I will be opening up the floor for people if you behave yourselves to come up and say what you want to say about the game.
Yes, it's a Buck Buffalo t-shirt. I'm telling you, it's there. Go check it out on tftgnetwork.com. Coffee and a cup of color, OG Barry. That's right. Mm-hmm. Coffee and a cup of color coming back.
I think Aaron Jones had an idea for a t-shirt there. It should be a t-shirt with an asshole on the front and then shit on the back.
Asshole t-shirts, dude. I'm not putting asshole t-shirts on.
Buffalo hole, yeah, it definitely is a hole. So I mean, just saying.
Is. The hits never stop with the butt fill holes, filled up buttholes. Oh God. All right. You know what? Let's end this show. It's been a long day. I've done a good full 8 hours of content creating on YouTube today. We're back. Season's up. Dolphins up. We'll catch you next time. Hit the like button. Get in the comments at the end of the video. Great way to communicate. We don't get to everybody's comments. So if you go in the comment section after the video, it's so much easier to interact for those of you that had some takes that we missed in live chat. Also, share the video. Check us out on Apple Podcast. If you guys are busy at work or, on the move and you can't sit down and watch the show, go listen to us on Spotify. Listen to us on Apple Music. Got all the episodes coming up there to theater near you. Catch you guys next time. Fins up.
Fins up.